Leak better take off.
All right, y'all. We ain't gonna wait no more. We ain't about to hit no introductions because this is a big show right here. So let's get this underway. It's your boy Killer Swag 216, and I'm up in here with a brand new live for you guys. And man, where I put my phone? Jesus. Okay, here we go. Now let's get this underway. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we just gonna skip right to it. We got my home girl up in here. It's TayTay, baby. How you doing tonight, girl?
Good. How are you?
I am absolutely wonderful, and I am so happy that you decided to do this show with me tonight. Like, I had no idea that you would even bother to do this. So the fact that you did, salute to you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
No doubt, no doubt. Because, I've been following your content for a long, long time, and I've been seeing you do your thing on TikTok, Instagram, and stuff. And you be dropping a lot of gems on there, man. Like, you don't pull no punches.
Ah,
So that's what I'm saying. So that's why I say on some real stuff, I respect what you do. I salute whatever you do, man. And like I said, you got a new fan in me.
thank you. I appreciate that a lot. It means a lot.
No doubt, man. Like it's just you don't come across women like you every day that say the stuff that you say because a lot of people they can go this route or that route and just be on that anti-man stuff, anti this, anti that. But the fact that you stand on your square no matter what, even with all the haters coming in your direction, that's why I say it takes a strong person to do what you do, man. So that's why I say salute to you.
Oh, thank you.
No doubt, man. So, I mean, I don't know how much time you may have for me tonight. So, I mean, I'm gonna try to keep it brief because I mean, you might have some stuff you might want to do. Cause I don't know. So,
Go ahead. I ain't no rush. You can ask your
uh,
questions, whatever you got to do.
oh, okay, bet. All right. Phew. So let's get down to the nitty gritty of this. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of people that came up in the chat, and I mean, I know who you are, and some people may know who you are. So I mean, it's some people up in here that for some reason they may not know who you are. So can you go ahead and just introduce yourself to the people, let them know who you is and what you stand on, girl? Like I said, I already know, but like I said, it's people here that don't. So,
Okay. So, hi guys, how are you? My name is Taylor. It's TayTay Baby. I'm a YouTuber. I've been doing social media for about, want to say 2 years or so. I'm against obviously the feminism and the man hating and the whole hatred of men. So, my whole thing is advocating for men, standing up for men. And I know a lot of people say women shouldn't advocate for men, but I personally feel like you should because if not, there's going to be a lot of young men growing up into this generation watching social media and seeing all this man hating crap and thinking of we're all the same and we're clearly not. So I just clap back to all the girls that are on social media that are clueless. So that's what I do.
yeah, and you do that with the best of them. Like I said, I be seeing a lot of them get triggered in your comment section. I'm
Yep.
like, dang, but she be saying nothing but facts though. Like I don't understand why people are so upset. That's why I say a lot of the times in this society, people can't handle the truth. Everybody just want to be get spoon fed nothing but a bunch of lies. So that's why I'm just like, you can't help them all, yo.
Yep, exactly. And you can't give people knowledge you have, you know? You can try to help them, but if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm not going to go fight tooth and nail with somebody who doesn't have the same knowledge as me. Think what you want.
E- Exactly, and I couldn't say it any better myself. So that's just real talk right there. It's just so funny just thinking about this though, because like I said, you even hold dudes accountable for the
Of
stuff
course.
that they do, and you hold black women accountable as well. And it's like it's about time that we have people that are balanced on all sides because everybody always walk around like they s don't stink, and it's about time somebody tell them about themselves.
Of course, of course. I agree with that. I'm really big on accountability. That's why I started my page to begin with. So, yeah.
Right. And like I said, and the fact that you constantly was, getting taken off of TikTok and all these other different platforms because they don't like the stuff that you're saying. It's like, why are y'all so afraid of the truth? I don't understand that.
Exactly. People like you to go along with what they say. Nobody likes their boundaries pushed or things like that. And one thing that I've noticed about social media and a lot of people is everybody wants diversity everywhere else, but when it comes to like everybody having a different thought process, we sure can't do that. Crucify me for having a different thought than you. I'm a pick me if I want to, celebrate men or value men. It's like, dude, you can have your opinion. I can have my opinion. We all grew up differently. If you can speak on the things you want to and you're a man hating crap, why can't I talk about loving men? We're not all the same. I don't demean you and like try to report your stuff. So I don't understand people's logic sometimes, They don't want to hear the truth. That's fine. They're going to hear it regardless. I'm going to make another TikTok.
Exactly. Go make another TikTok because, like
Yep.
I said, and I will tell you straight like this: like, keep pushing your message. Don't worry about what these haters got to say. Don't worry about what these people constantly be trying to throw dirt on your name, say that you don't know what you're talking about, blah blah blah. Keep promoting your message because you and a lot of women, like, and a lot of people like you, are what's needed in our society to help keep this balance. Because it's a lot of loonies out here.
Thank you. I truly appreciate that. Yeah. Even when I see certain people on social media, man, like all the stuff that's been going on with Lizzo and everybody else, I'm like, dude, how are these people even having a platform? But you're going to take my shit down. But Lizzo's getting assault charges, like I don't know if I could say that word, but SA's charges. It's like, dude, come on now. That doesn't make no sense. But they're not going to take down her platform, are they? They still going to support her. Yeah, go ahead, Queen, women empowerment. Okay, sure.
Well, she's all about the body positivity movement, so they're not trying to anger those people over there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh my God, we can't anger them. You got to leave them alone because they've been bullied so many times. It's like, but now you're forcing this on us to the point to where it's like now I'm to the point where I'm getting sick of it because it's
Yeah.
like that's why another reason why I'm also like a content creator. I start stuff like this as well because it's about time somebody flashed a flashlight on them and let y'all know, hey, y'all acting stupid out here. Time to tighten up.
Yeah, and it's not even that. I wouldn't say bullying because I don't think it's bullying. We all get criticized. It's life. We all judge one another. It's life. And I don't think that every person in this world, at least for me, I mean well, but I'm very sarcastic and people don't understand that because they don't know me. If I'm telling you something, that's me caring because I'm being truthful. Why would I give you body positivity and tell you to stay big as hell when that's not good for your health? Think about how that makes any sense. I'm not saying you got to be a skinny little stick, but take care of your health. And you're over here talking about, be big body positivity. But I see Lizzo every time on live crying about her weight. So what body positivity are you preaching? Because what I'm seeing is insecurity. What I'm seeing is you don't love yourself. But you're trying to tell me the difference. I ain't a kid. I know what I see with my own eyes, and I know what I hear.
Hmm. And I mean, and I've encountered so many people that's just as big as Lizzo and even bigger than Lizzo, and it's so many statistical data that's letting you know like the life that you're living, you're not going to be living it for a long, long time
Yep.
because you're going down an unhealthy road. Like I've seen so many people unfortunately pass away due to them being obese. And it's like you don't want nobody to tell you about yourself, but it's like we're only doing this because we want to see you live. We want to see you go further than where you are right now because the route that you're taking, you're not going to be here much longer. And I don't want to get that phone call in the middle of the night or during the day, like, yo, man, I'm just calling to tell you so and so passed away. And it's like, I know that it happened because of that reason, but it still don't take the pain away of knowing that you're gone now because you chose to be stubborn.
Exactly. I couldn't agree more. I don't understand why people preach that stuff too, It's sad the way the generation has just flipped a switch. Like we all went from roasting each other to dark humor to being able to say whatever you want, freedom of speech. Now you can't even say one thing without you a pick me, you misogynistic, you fat phobic, you there. I'm like, oh my God. I'm everything
Hmm.
now. I'm everything phobic. Just leave me alone.
Right.
Oh, it's too much.
Yeah, it's too much, man. And the thing is, I'm not gonna say I come from the space, but I watch the space that I guess they like to say that that's where the pick me women are or whatever. And
Mhm.
it's like, in my opinion, why are y'all so upset at women for basically calling out y'all thottish behavior and basically saying like, look, we need men just as much as men need us. So the fact of the matter is, why are y'all so upset by that? And so the fact that you're saying, "Oh my God, you will pick me up," like, but at the end of the day, don't you want to be chosen?
Mhm. See, but that's
I'm
the
just,
thing. A lot of women do want to be chosen. They just don't say it. So they do it in a different way. Bikini pics. They seek male validation. That's why they call us pick me's because they think that we're doing that for male validation. When we're trying to get men to be understood, we want men to be valued and heard. And you can't call me a pick me when all these OF women are shaking their ass, showing their peepees, and doing all this crazy stuff. That's a real pick me. Talking about 2.99 for the front, 40 for the back. You can't be telling me about no pick me nothing when you selling your treats. That makes no fucking sense. I'm not selling nothing. I'm just talking. You can sit there and sell your body and not even hit as many views as I get just by me talking. That's why girls are insecure. We talk like me, Pearl, and we get millions. Or we talk and, people listen to us. They're over here shaking and they can barely get attention. I can see why they call us pick me's. It doesn't really bother me no more. It is what it is.
Yeah, I wouldn't even let nothing like that bother you, no way. Just like I said, just keep on worried about what you're doing, because at the end of the day, those same women that throw around that moniker, they're miserable as hell. So it really doesn't
Yup.
even matter. So
I'm already
I mean,
knowing.
exactly. So let's get down to the nitty gritty of this interview. Like, we already know who you are, we already know it. But like, I want to get into like Taylor Moore, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a show on my channel just a while back, basically chronicling like, childhood traumas and stuff like that, and how does childhood mold you as an adult today. So I want to know, how did childhood, not your childhood in particular, mold you into the woman that you ended up becoming today?
Oh, like my childhood trauma or just my childhood in general?
In
The whole
general, I
thing?
mean, yeah, in general.
So this is the thing. A lot of people don't understand why I have this mentality, and I have to say this so it all comes all together. I was raised by grandparents. My mom kept me away from my dad. My mom was a very bad drug addict, in and out of rehab. And my dad, obviously, my mom kept me away from him. So I stayed with my grandparents. You know how moms are; they'll tell the grandparents things. My dad was like far away from that. So that's why I talk about the things that I do, because I had one, a 304 mom, two, a mom who kept me from my father, and I just got to see that growing up. So yes, I was in and out of foster care because of my mom. Yes, I did have a lot of trauma because of my mom. But if it wasn't for my grandparents, I don't think I'd be the person I was today. And to tie all this together, my older brother, he was 17 or 16 years old, and I rarely even talk about this, but he got a legally emancipated to where he can take
Mm,
custody of me because I was going to get adopted by some other lady. So that means I
hmm.
wouldn't have been the Taylor I would have been today. I was going to get adopted by a Filipino lady. So, long story short, my brother took custody of me, started taking care of me, and that's another reason why I advocate for men as well. But yeah, I grew up with a lot of trauma. I grew up in LA. I was in fights. I had a lot of stuff happen to me as a kid. So, and I had a lot of anger towards my mom and a lot of animosity towards her. So as I grew up, I don't know, I got into therapy. I started working out. I don't drink, I don't smoke. And I feel like a lot of women, they carry their trauma on their back as like a bad thing, but I think that's because they never healed from it and they blame every guy they've ever been with or people, my mom did this to me, my mom did that to me. I can't blame anybody for my trauma, man. Like even when I look at my mom now, I look at it from a godly perspective and understand like she could have only done what she could have done if she was a better mother without the drugs. You know what I mean? So that's all
Hmm.
the knowledge she had, and she wasn't going to be any better than that. So now that I'm older, all I can do for myself is thank my grandparents, thank my dad for being in my life, and then also understanding I can do whatever I can now to be the best mom and never repeat the same mistakes she did. So my trauma doesn't make me, man, and I've healed a lot. Like I don't even talk about some of my trauma. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't weigh deep. None of that, and it used to. So I've been in therapy for like a while now.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, even though that was a general story, that was one hell of a story right there. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew a little bit of it before I came into the interview, but just hearing all of that, it's just like, wow, like you really like I said, you didn't go into any full details, and you don't have to, but just
Yeah.
the fact that you went through that, and that's how you ended up becoming an advocate for men, or should I say that was one of the reasons you became an advocate for men. Like I said, man, it's just wow. And I mean, and it's a lot of people that's like in our community, the black community or whatever, like a lot of us were raised by our grandparents. I mean, of course you
Or
were, some were lucky to be raised by both parents, and then you got some that were just raised by the mom, and then you got some that was just raised by the dad. But a lot of us, especially like in the older range, we always been around our grandparents. Now, and it's just like we've always had stuff instilled in us from our grandparents. But the fact that you went through what you went through, and then, like I said, your brother could have literally took custody of you because you was about to get adopted by a Filipino family, which is, I still can't
yeah.
wrap my head around that one. But
hmm
I mean, but like I said, man, and I see that has molded you into being the woman that you are today, and that is admirable woman, and like I say, salute to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No doubt, no doubt. So, let me see. And on top of that, like, so how is your relationship with your brother these days? Y'all still talk?
Oh yeah, so I have five brothers and two sisters, and me and all my brothers we still talk and stuff. I don't my same thing with my sisters. I do have a sister on my dad's side, but we don't really talk like that because I met her later in life. But me and my sister are very close. Me and my grandma are still close. My grandpa, passed away. But the rest of my family, they're still there. My brothers are still cool and stuff. But they live their own life. They older than me. They got families, or some of them are just chilling. So yeah,
I feel that. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I've always been the type to have like, family should be everything. So
of
the
course.
fact that you still are having like great relationships with your family, because like I said, not a lot of people still have that, especially in this crazy society we live in. Because I mean, most people would turn against you just because of your opinions. But the fact that you still have good connections, a good, relationships with your people, like I said, that's always good to hear. Like seriously.
Yeah, I'm very thankful for that. Honestly, I'm glad because I've seen a lot of content creators like Sneeko, and a lot of them say that their family and friends like they disown them or don't talk to them. My friends send me videos. They'll be like, "Hey, look at this girl. Do this and send it to me." My family really like tries to help me with my videos and stuff like that. Like my little brother was watching one of my debates and stuff, and he sent me like a big screenshot of it. So my family is super supportive in that sense, which I really love. I don't have anybody that's like, "I can't stand your content. That's enough. We can't talk." Hell no. What kind of friends are those or family is that? Mm-mm.
Hmm. Exactly. Like you got to have people in your corner that's gonna big you up no matter what. Because I mean, if you ain't got them, then what's the point of having them in your life?
Exactly.
Hmm. So I mean, you might have already touched on this, and if you did, I apologize. But what exactly made you want to become a content creator?
So, honestly, I've always wanted to be a YouTuber. Since I was a kid, I used to watch YouTube videos. But this is the thing. I didn't know about no red pill, nothing. All I wanted to do before this was I used to watch couples. I used to like is it Mark Phillips? I like funny comedian type of dudes or whatever. Got blood. What's that guy's name? Something Long Beach Griffey. I used to watch
Oh
comedians.
yeah,
Funny guy.
yeah. I love
Yeah,
I
so
love his
that's the stuff I
videos.
used to watch. And I always wanted to do prank channels. When I first started, I was in a relationship and I told my partner at the time, but he was embarrassed. He was like, I said, let's do content creating. Let's be like one of those YouTube couples. He's like, nah, I can't do it. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start social media on my own if you want to do it. And then I'm like thinking, what am I gonna do? I didn't want to do makeup. I didn't want to do anything else. Mind you, I didn't know anything about red pill, but I'm on TikTok. I didn't do YouTube. I was on TikTok first. I'm scrolling, and this is the I hate men trend. During quarantine time, all those girls were talking about men are this and men are trash. And there was so many videos. So I came across a video from this one guy named City Starking, and he was talking about ladies, you shouldn't be answering DMs. If you got a man, you shouldn't be doing this. When I tell you, this man was getting crucified. Everybody was stitching his video talking about he's dumb. He's a black man talking out of his ass. He shouldn't even be doing this. I'm like, come on now, ladies. And the first video I made, man, shy as hell. I'm whispering damn near because I'm so embarrassed. And all I said was, come on, everybody, bring it in for 1 second. I said, if you're a woman and you answer DMs, you're a hoe. And my video went almost 1 million, my first video. Yeah, that's all I said. I didn't say nothing else but that. So after that, everybody's like, Tay, you're in a relationship. Start giving relationship advice. So I started talking about relationships. But before then, I was talking about suicide and unaliving and stuff like that because
Oh yeah.
I've had friends that have passed away from stuff like that. So that was what I was touching on first. So once I ended up
Mm,
making that video, I started striving more against that, and then it became a thing.
mm. Yeah, I mean, cause I'm just like, wow, like I'm literally just like you in that sense. Like, well, I mean, I didn't really have any aspirations to be a YouTuber like that, but I did used to watch a lot of YouTube videos, and I was like, if I did have YouTube videos, this is how I would want to do it and stuff like that. Basically, I guess you could say it kind of prepared me for what I'm doing right now. But
Yeah.
the fact that like I said, you had those videos, and like I said, and I don't even see nothing wrong with what you said, what the dude said, because it is wrong, especially if you're in a relationship, to be answering DMs from other men. It's like, because you would get on his case if he was answering DMs from another woman.
Hmm. But see, women
So,
like to do that and play that card. That's one thing that I don't like about women. They like to play that clueless card when you know damn well if your man was answering DMs, even if he said sorry, I got a girl. What are you saying sorry for? Why don't you just block the B? What do you got to message her for? Women are very hypocritical. They could do things, but if their man does it, it's World War III. We ain't
oh
having that.
yeah, oh yeah, no, they you will not hear the end of that at
Yup.
all because women will go the hell off. It did. You know how a lot of women are if a dude was to confront them about that, they're like, "Oh, I don't even know what you're so worried about. That's just my friend. That's just my homie. This is the third." But like you said, if a man does the exact same thing, he can say the exact same thing, and it could even be true. And the girl be like, no, you not messing with her. You with me
Yup.
because I don't know what y'all doing. I don't know what y'all talk about behind the scenes. I don't know what you said, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, dang, you really don't trust me? But then, like, if the roles are reversed, you expect me to trust you. It's like, what sense that
Exactly.
make?
Don't do things you don't want done to yourself. And I feel like a lot of people in this generation, they want relationships, but they want to do whatever they want. If you're not ready to compromise someone else's feelings, someone else's, dignity and stuff like that, and care about them, their whole heart and soul, don't even bother. Stay single and get all that out your system. Then go ahead and get with somebody when you're ready. I think social media, I'm not going to say it's the big killer for relationships. It's the people behind it, man. People want to dip and dabble into all these other people and weigh their options. If you really cared about your partner, this might be very harsh, and I don't recommend this for everybody, but if it was that bad and you really love that person, delete your social media. Then you guys would be a lot happier. Then you won't be weighing your options so damn much. Now you got your partner, focus on them. Now what DMs?
Exactly. So, like, I honestly can tell that you feel like, social media has ruined a lot of relationships. And I mean, to me, I would say that it further shined a light on what a person really was because now you have other avenues to get what you feel that you need or whatever instead of just going to the store or going to the mall or going to this, that, or the third or whatever. But it's like, in my opinion, it's like, yeah, if you're really trying to build something with somebody that you claim that you want to be with, social media should never be in your forefront. Like, that's why I don't really rock with anybody that be on social because to be honest with you, I'm not even really a social media guy. Like the only reason I
Agree.
got on social media is because people kept blowing up my phones talking about you need to see this post. I'm like, man, you know what? Let me just make a social media. That way you just DM it to me because I'm tired of getting it in my phone.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, like I don't even really be on like Instagram and stuff like that. Even though I have an Instagram page, it's like I don't really be on it unless somebody is like sending me a message or something like that.
Of
Other
course.
than that, I don't really be on there like that. And like I said, and if I have a woman and she's so consumed with being on social media like that, like that's my first time to just chuck up the deuce and just be out of there, man. Because I'm not doing that.
Mhm. Yeah, but I
Because
want to
I,
say something. That's one thing that does bother me, and not you in general. When I hear
mhm,
certain men saying they don't want to date with the girl with social media, because then I do social media and I'm like, damn, these women really ruin it for the other rest of us. Y'all use this shit as a damn Tinder. People meet Christian mingle. That's not what it's for, dude. It's either you go on there, you content create, you go on there, you collab with people. People have made it a dating site, a hookup culture thing, and it makes everybody else believe that, oh, that's what you're doing behind closed doors. I'm single and I don't even answer half my DMs. People get mad at me like, Tay, I'm trying to collab with you. That's what I got an email for, an assistant for. You write into my DMs. I don't answer DMs, man, and I'm single. But I feel like social media should be used for the proper reasons. And because a lot of women and men have ruined it, it makes it look bad on all of us. Because I've been told that by a lot of guys. You're beautiful, but you have too many followers. I can't talk to you because you're probably on this. I'm like, wow, thanks a lot, ladies. You ruined it for all of us. And I'm not even like that. God damn it.
right, right. But I mean, it's not even like I wouldn't mess with a chick that has a lot of followers. That's not even what I was like really implying. What I
No, no,
was
I know.
saying, like, women that constantly be answering these DMs from these other
Mm-hmm.
guys. That's where I draw the line. Because, like I said, it's a lot of girls that I know I got a lot of subscribers, and I still rock with them to this day. Like, it's not like, oh, it's a deal breaker or anything. It's just if I see you constantly like answering so and so DM, that person DM, it's like, okay, what are you talking to this person for? Why are you talking to this person when you got me? Why? Because I mean, let's be for real. With a lot of girls on social media, the majority of the dudes they only want to smash.
Of course. Exactly.
So it's like, I mean, you will rarely see DMs from people that actually either just want to collab with you or just want to have a conversation with you. It ain't even got to mean nothing. You rarely find those DMs, and it's like, or the person with a big following, you ain't got time to comb out who's really just wanting to know who TayTay is or whoever social media influencer is. You don't have time for that.
Of course, I agree.
So that's all I'm saying in that aspect. Like, I mean, I don't get threatened by that because at the end of the day, I'm looking at it like this. You chose me. So I ain't mad at you for like if you got all them subscribers or the followers and they leaving stuff in your DMs or leaving them in your comment section. Only thing I say is just don't answer them.
Yeah, I'm on the same boat. Just don't answer them. You ain't gotta answer them.
Exactly. And that's all there is, man. Like that's all there is. So why am I hearing a lot of noise outside? Oh well. But anyway, I mean it's a lot going on over here, so that's why I'm just listening over there and stuff like that. I'm trying to make sure ain't nothing crazy going on outside. But yeah, the fact of the matter is like, and plus you mentioned something about, the red pill content. And I was exposed to red pill, when the entire, you know, world was on lockdown. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was all in our homes and we was confined because before then I was always out and about. I didn't know anything about this red pill stuff. I didn't know about, YouTube, doing live streams and stuff like that. And then of course, I was exposed to people like Kevin Samuels. I was exposed to people like, all these different content creators and stuff like that. So like when you first knew about the red pill the manosphere red pill or whatever. What was your first initial thoughts when you came in there?
I said, damn, I've been thinking like this my whole entire life. Where have these people been? Because I felt like, damn, I don't meet a lot of people, especially women. Like the way I talk, I get along with a lot of men, and I do have female friends. I'm not gonna say I don't, but when I watched first person I watched where I said, oh shoot, Kevin Samuels. I seen a Kevin Samuels video, and he was calling a girl a linebacker and all this stuff. And I said, yep, that's right, buddy. Get him. Be honest. I'm a very blunt person, if you can't tell. And like since I grew up with brothers, I don't really have I'm sensitive. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a guy. I'm very sensitive. But because of my brothers, they kind of molded me into being a little bit stronger with tough skin. So I could definitely roast. You could see my content and see that. So when I seen Kevin Samuels, I was like, man, where are the people like this? And then I started seeing more women. Melanie King, Pearl contacted me, and I'm like, there you go. Now I'm starting to see a whole bunch of like people like me, and I like that because you're around like-minded people.
Right, you're really not. And it's like I said, when I was exposed to like Kevin Samuels, like I knew him or knew about him like a little before his viral video came out talking about your average at best and stuff like that. So I was like, oh my God, like, and the fact that it blew up on World Star and then it got his channel to blow up and stuff like that. And I was like, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Like he just don't know what type of ish he done
Yeah.
but I mean, at the same time, like it was needed. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like we've been going so long for people constantly saying whatever they want to say with no pushback. But then when you finally have somebody that's just like, you know what, I'm just gonna tell it like it is. I don't care about your feelings or that like that. Now all of a sudden, he's the devil. He's the. And it's like, wow, just for an opinion? Like seriously?
Exactly.
It's
Agreed. And
like,
it's not
look,
even that. If you watch his videos, a lot of people don't even know this. I'm a very I like to research stuff. I don't just go and watch two videos and then base my whole opinion on this person. I went all the way down to the bottom of his videos. That man was talking to men before he was ever talking to women. So when women go, "Oh, he's making fun of us, he's this and that." I watched a video where a guy was saying, "I'm not gonna approach women." He said, "Well, that's why you ain't getting no pussy, and that's why you sitting there mad as hell." And I'm like, "Oh," and he'll tell guys the same thing, but women don't see that because they don't watch his content. So I'm like, you guys have this big opinion about Kevin Samuels and you think he hates black women and all that. Why is he working so hard to tell black men certain things so they can be better for black women? And he wanted you guys to stop watching these things on social media because it was dividing us. But if you don't look at the bigger message, you think he's dividing us when it's not him. It's the whole society and all this stuff that's brainwashing y'all. But that's a conversation women don't want to have. And it's sad. He was trying to help.
yeah, he really was. And like I said, in the day of his passing, just hearing about all those women like literally dancing, having a good time because of he was gone, it was like, my God,
You
like
don't do that. That is so wrong. Like I was watching girls laugh. Some girl made a dance video where she's jumping up and down. That shit is so wrong. I've seen creators that I don't like even get demonetized, and I would never sit there and make a cheer for joy. Like I don't prey on people's downfall. That's the sickest thing you could ever do. I would never do that to anybody. And him dying, wow, that's really sad.
Yeah, that's crazy. And speaking of content creators that have been demonetized, I'm pretty sure you're well aware of the whole Fresh and Fit situation that they have been now
God.
demonetized because of all the stuff that they've been doing. So, like, what was your initial thoughts of Fresh and Fit when you first, got wind of them, and what is your reactions to them now?
So I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'll say everything. Okay, I believe that Fresh and Fit has a good motive. I just think, again, like I said before, I have brothers, so I'm not very sensitive. The shit that they say, I've heard a million times from so many other people. And behind closed doors, if they were to have a camera on each single person, we'd all be crucified. We all have said some shit we shouldn't be saying. But I'm not saying he's right because he did put on a KKK mask or whatever on Rumble and was making fun of, black people, calling black women night riders. That to me is wrong. Like, you should not be sitting there targeting black women. We already go through a lot of stuff. I always say this: if you're gonna have an opinion on somebody, tell them the things that they can do better instead of telling them all the things they can't do and making fun of their skin tone and all that. That shit's wrong to me. Degrading us when we've been through so much as black men and black women, it's out. And I feel like for Myron being so smart and being an ex-Fed and all that stuff, he should have known that he's going to get targeted. Why would he make that target towards him even worse? And once you got two warnings, why did you keep going? I think it's sad he got demonetized because when I see men like him, now go ahead and take Lizzo's stuff away. James Charles and all these other people that have actually talked to little kids and done other things that are actually bad, why do they still have a platform? You see what I'm saying? So if you're going to give everybody this type of, heat, do it to all the people that deserve it. Don't just be doing it to him because he said that shit on Rumble. He didn't say it on, you know what I mean? But again, he should have known what he should have been doing. And him being that smart, he kind of did that to himself. So I vouch for him, but it's like, dude, come on now. When are you going to learn? That shit does not get anybody anywhere.
Right. It really don't. Like, and the fact that you would even go around it, and plus, I mean, it's almost kind of like when you doing something like that, especially of that magnitude, and then of course he has a history of like saying somewhat racial things about black people,
Yep.
saying this, like calling them monkeys and this, that, and the third. It's like when you do that, and plus you know the ins and outs of the law of the highest degree, so the fact that you would even play in that little wheelhouse, and like, yeah, like you said, it's true that he did it on Rumble, so it shouldn't have followed him on YouTube. But at the same time, YouTube nowadays is looking at it like, look, we can't associate ourselves with something like that. Like, you can continue to make content over here, but we just can't pay you for that because like they've been kind of dancing on thin ice for a long time. So YouTube just was like, you know what, man, like. And just like, Abba and Priest, they keep going at them boys. Like,
Yeah, that's one thing I did see though too that it really bothered me. I didn't really know who Abba and Preach was, and I was on live, and my followers were like, "Tay, go watch Abba and Preach." I started watching a couple of their videos, and I was like, "Ooh, I like them. I like them." But then when I started seeing the feuding back and forth, and when I seen Myron start calling them monkeys and making fun of them, I said, "Yeah, I don't have respect for Myron no more." Because it's one thing to target a man and say, "Hey, you know what? Let's scrap it out, cool." But making fun of another man because of their race, that's out for me. Especially a black man, I'm good. You don't say shit like that. It's one thing to not like certain people. That's fine, You have your opinion. But you're on a platform, dude. You shouldn't have done that. Now you can do that monkey stuff and now you're demonetized. Now who's laughing now? He shouldn't have done that shit.
yeah, now they're laughing stock of YouTube. Like, everybody's taking their turns, poking fun at them, talking all this mess. Like, they're literally throwing their mistakes back at them. Because I mean, they had a history of constantly like either false flagging people for content and like basically talking down on other people. And that's not even the only thing that they did to Albert Priest. Because I could remember I seen a video of theirs, and they was like, one of them, I think it was Myron, was like really talking mess about Preach's wife.
Oh,
And
you
it's
don't do
like,
that.
yeah,
You don't
and
do
when you play
that.
like that, and it was like, and when Preach caught one of the, it was like one of the old videos. But when that was going on, no, Preach was ready to fight them. Like, that's how serious it was. He was telling them like, "Yo, I'm about to be in the States," because they're from Canada. So they was about to. He was like, "Yo, I'm about to be in the States. I'm about to touch down in Miami. What you trying to do?" You know what I'm saying? He really wanted to do something because it's like when you going on there on a big platform like Fresh and Fit has, and you're saying that, and you thinking that it's not going to get back to Preach, and you're talking about his significant other, whether you like the man or not, keep it between you two. But once you involve other people, it's like, yeah, you got to get handled after that.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people too, social media has given people like a big mouth to talk about whoever they want. And you guys forget, some people are from the streets. Some people don't be playing that. You gonna talk about the wrong motherfucker and end up getting your shit reported and all that. And some people have really strong fan bases, so you got to be careful with who you're going at and saying certain things to. Keep it cute, man. Keep it cute.
Yeah. Yeah. And another thing is like you just mentioned, like a lot of these dudes, a lot of these people are really from the streets. And the ones that you really could tell are from the streets, they're not gonna advertise what they're gonna do to you.
Of
They're just
course.
gonna be like, okay, all right, we'll see, whatever. Because a lot of these people in this space, they be talking all that rah rah bravado, like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. 9 times out of 10, they ain't gonna do nothing. But the ones that you know is gonna do something, just gonna be like, all right, okay, we gonna see what's up. And then when that time comes, you'll hear about it either on the YouTube news, Twitter, whatever type of news source you get it from, like such and such got the crap beat out of them, or this happened to them, or that happened to them. That's why I'm just like, man, you got to be really mindful of what you be saying on these social media apps, man, because
Exactly.
you don't know who could be watching. And then nowadays, with people having such crazy fans, some of the fans might take it upon themselves to try to do something to them.
Exactly. People don't put it into play either of who their fan base is too. So I always tell people if you can't debate me in a healthy manner without getting to the point where you start talking about everybody's family, don't even debate me. Or if you get too serious or you get hurt, you're crying, you shouldn't even be debating people if you can't handle that type of stuff. Criticism, if you can't handle it, don't even step foot over here.
Yeah, it's a lot of people that claim that they can debate, but then when they actually get into a debate, they either just rage quit or they just be trying to derail the conversation to try to make it to be to where they're gonna win. Like, and it's like, come
Yeah,
on now.
exactly. I agree.
Hmm. All right, so let me take a quick little break. All my mods in the chat, make sure y'all are dropping this girl's links in the chat and subscribe to her channel. Like I said, she got dope content over there. She got a lot of videos, a lot of lives, a lot of shorts that are real dope for y'all to check out over there. So make sure y'all subscribe to that girl's channel, man. Off rip, I want to see those links in the chat, y'all. Come on. But yeah, like oh man. So like, is there any other person that you know in the red pill space other than Kevin Samuels and Fresh and Fit, or are them just the only two that you're familiar with?
Pearl,
Oh,
Sneeko. I'm trying to think of who else. Why'd
Pearl,
you
huh?
why'd you make that? What I want to know? What's the wait? What's
I
the deal with
mean,
Pearl? Because everybody tells me that not to work with Pearl, that they don't like Pearl and this and that. And I'm like, yo, it's a business thing for me, y'all. I'm not in this to make fucking friends. You know what I mean? I'm in this to make business and stuff. And I
I
know
mean,
like that probably
I
sounds
feel you.
bad,
I
but
feel you. I feel you.
oh,
Like you at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do to further your brand. But in sectors like this, people do not rock with Pearl at all. Like they just don't, because of the whole Nick Fuentes thing. It did with a certain, like, I can't remember. I think it's Jason Black or something. Like, he literally blew the lid off of that, and it basically caused somewhat of a civil war in the space. Basically, like, you got people that side with Pearl, and then you got people that's like really against Pearl. And if you're with Pearl, they'll say, oh, you a coon, you buck dancer, you just that there. But they're just like people that's like, oh, I'm just trying to get to the bag, I'm trying to get to this. And like I said, I'm at the end of the day like, man, get your money. Because I mean, at the end of the day, this is a business. And if she trying to give you that bag, do what you gotta do. I mean, me personally, I don't know if I would ever do anything with it, because I don't really watch her content like that. So it's not like, oh, I'm, like I said, she doing what she doing or whatever. But yeah, it's a lot of people that really do not like Pearl around these spaces. So that's why I said, ooh, Pearl, that's like a tricky subject for people over here.
yeah. I always tell people this though. I understand where people are coming from, but a lot of people who aren't content creators don't know the other side of it. How do you think people end up getting bigger? You collab with other people. And if I'm in the red pill space, you name at least 10 women right now besides Pearl that are that big. And if she wants me to be on her wife score, she wants me to be on her debate thing for like, she wants me to be on one of these debates for transgender and something else. Ain't nobody going over there to kumbaya with her. I'm going there to speak my motherfucking mind so people can understand who I am. And like I said, if it ever came down to me and Pearl like having to have a debate back and forth, we can do that. I have no problem with that. It's business. With her, she says the same thing. It's a business thing, and I don't feel like a lot of people understand that. Especially being a black woman in this space, I feel like a lot of people don't take me serious with the tattoos and the way that I look. They might say they do, but to work with me, like Steph So Cold made a video about me. They called me a 304. MTR made a video about me, called me a 304 because of my tattoos. I don't understand
Hmm.
how tattoos correlate with being ran through, but apparently that they know me, even though they don't. You see what I'm saying? So if somebody like Pearl or somebody else is gonna say, hey, you know what? Let me put you on my platform when they have millions of followers. Why would I say no?
Exactly. And it's just like my
Mm-hmm.
homie just said, just use her as a platform.
Mm-hmm.
Use her to get you further out here. That's what I say.
And I already know myself. I would not be touching up on black topics or anything like that with somebody like her. And again, for me, I don't really know too much about the Nick Fuentes and all that stuff because when I went to go look at it, it was deleted off of YouTube. So I'm like, guys, what the
Hmm.
hell happened? Like, where the fuck is the video? So I only got certain things from people on social media. You know how people be dragging stuff, so I don't really know what even happened.
Right. Well, like I said, when that whole situation came about, like she took a huge hit for that. And I think she came out with an apology video, but then like everybody was just like, no, I'm not really caring about that. So blah 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 blah. So it has a lot to do with the fact that she's white. Let's just be real. But the fact of the matter is, it's like people really do not hold on. Dude, y'all can't be asking me questions right now, man. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Like, people just don't like Pearl because they feeling like she's trying to take over what Kevin Samuels has laid down. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people are feeling like, since Kevin Samuels has been gone, so many people has been trying to step up to fill that void. And since she was one of the later people to work with Kevin before he, ultimately passed away, they
Mm-hmm.
feeling like, oh, she's trying to take all of the momentum that he has for herself and use the stuff that she's using. And plus, a lot of people feel like she's a grifter. She's only saying this to try to get more views, more likes, subscribers, more money, all that stuff. So I mean, but with your interactions with Pearl, what is your how do you rate her? How do you think she is as a
I
person with
actually
the
that's the funny thing. I've actually met Pearl. She talks exactly the way she is online. That's why to me when people say these big opinions about her, I don't understand why because half these people have never met this girl in real life. She's a businesswoman. She's going to do what she can to get to the top. So that means no feelings involved. So everybody else, oh, she's this, she's that. You guys are not even around her. And another thing, my biggest thing and how I view it is everybody complains about women not caring about men's mental health. She's getting to the top and helping men as she does that, but yet everybody's complaining about how she's doing it. So, do you guys want women to be in this space and help you guys, or do you not want them to help? It doesn't make any sense. And I feel like if she was black, I don't think it'd be any different. That's just my opinion. And I'm not going to sit here because, like I said, I know Pearl and I've met her. Like I said, I can't really say nothing bad about her because it's a business standpoint, and I wouldn't consider her and I besties or nothing like that. But I definitely do defend her to a certain extent because, of course, I've met her and she stands on what she says. I don't really think that she's a grifter or nothing like that.
right? I mean, like I said, I don't really watch her enough to really know what she's really about like that. But at the same time,
Yeah.
like she's been saying it a long time, so it's just like, hey, I like to take people for face value. Even though I will always keep mind of what I hear about people, and I will always put it in like my memory banks just to see like if anything else comes up. I'm like, oh yeah, I figured that was gonna happen or whatever. But like I said, man, whatever she go do. And it's just like I said when the whole controversy happened. Like I said it in one of my old shows that I did. I was like, yo, y'all really think that this is gonna stop this girl from doing what she's doing? Like, if anything, it just made her bigger.
Yeah,
So
and can I be honest
that's
with you? I feel like that's why she does it too. People don't understand that controversy sells. She's doing this. This is all a tactic. This is all a good game plan to her. It's the same thing that Tate did. Tate said that Bugatti stuff. Tate did all the stuff that was obnoxious and annoying. He knew exactly what he was doing, and then now he's back on the fence of talking about marriage and love and things like that. That's what they do. It's called controversial topics for a reason. It's how you get to the top. It's a tactic. People don't understand that. This is all a business for us, and yet people don't understand it. Yes, there are some people who have their heart in it. I'm not going to say there's people who don't, but people got to understand, y'all. People still have to make their money as they do the content, you know. And controversy right now because y'all be eating it up sells every time. So she's going to keep having these crazy topics and crazy people on her show. She's not going to stop, which I think is kind of good for her business. Look how she went to 1 million followers in less than a year. That says a lot.
yeah. She really did. She skyrocketed,
Yep,
and
she's
that's
close
why,
to 2
and that's
million. Mhm.
and that's why I said like everybody thinking, oh, this is gonna stop. Like this ain't gonna stop Pearl.
She
Like if
just getting
anything,
started.
is Exactly. And plus she's only 26. Like she still got more years ahead of her to keep doing this. And then who's to say she might even move on to an even bigger platform that's probably bigger than YouTube, and she'll probably leave this behind and people will know her all over the world. So I mean,
Exactly.
right now, people do know her in the UK because she lives over there, and people, of course, know her over here because of the content that she produces. But it's just like with the moves that she's making, it look like she's trying to be global.
Yeah, she really is.
Hmm. Okay. So, ask Tay Tay, does anybody approach her in real life about her being on YouTube? If so, how does it feel? That was one of my homies' questions for you.
Yeah, I get approached a lot, especially when I go to the gym and stuff like that. And then if I'm out doing street talks with It's Complicated or other creators, I get approached a lot. It doesn't bother me. I like to see people. I like to hear what you guys have to say. A lot of y'all be excited. Some of y'all screaming at the top of your lungs. It makes me laugh because I try to do this thing where like they'll be like, "Tay, is that you?" I'm like, "Nah, I don't know who that is." They're like, "You lying? You lying? I know it's you." So that shit makes me laugh. So I've met a lot of good people too like that. So I like it.
Yeah, I could imagine that it probably gets a little crazy from time to time because you probably just be looking at yourself like, I'm just still a regular person. Like, I mean, I make
Yeah.
content, I make videos and stuff like that, and my stuff does go viral, but I'm still Taylor. So I don't understand why people getting so crazy over this. But hey, if you like it, I love it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Right. I mean, I see a lot of people in the chat. I'm sorry if I ain't get to y'all right now. I'm just really involved. I'm really like, enthralled in this conversation right now. But to everybody that came in here, man, salute to every single one of y'all for pulling up to the show today, for showing me mad love, showing Tay Tay mad love tonight for this show, man. So, like I said, salute to all of y'all. I ain't gonna be able to read everybody's stuff until like maybe when it get towards the end. But right now, like I said, I just want to salute everybody for pulling up because y'all could be anywhere in the world right now, but y'all choosing to rock out with your boy Killer Swag, man. So salute to you. Oh man. So wait. Let me see what I want to talk about. So now you mentioned something a while back about like, self deletion and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
like, have you like really known people that like? I mean, I know you. I think you mentioned that you knew people that actually went through with self deleting, but like, I mean, I can't really speak because I've never dealt with that before, and I never known anybody to do that. But I just want to know from a person that has experienced losing someone like that, like what really goes through your mind when you lose someone in that way?
Um, depression, anger. Yes, you lose a sense of reality because you don't understand why they did it. I lost my best friend due to suicide. He shot himself, and then my cousin
Mm,
shot himself. So I've already been through this a lot. And then I had a best friend when I was really, really young. She did the same thing. So I've been having friends, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the type of person I am. That's why I want to be a therapist. I naturally attract people who are broken. And I feel like because a part of me was broken when I was little, so maybe that's why. And I can see that in people. But it's not a good feeling. It makes you feel weird, especially it makes you feel as if though you can have done more. You know what I mean? Like you could have talked to them or you could have helped them. And, it's just a feeling you don't want to feel. And I guarantee you, for a lot of people, they might not tell you this because a lot of people like to say, oh, you get over it. It turns into a better day. It never goes away, man. You just learn to cope with it every day. You'll think about
right.
them. You'll have moments, holidays, whatever, especially when you were super close to their families and stuff like that. Or if they were in your family, it's hard to understand. Something you can never wrap your mind around.
You are absolutely right about that. Like, it is. I could just imagine that's just a hell of a thing to go through. Like it really is because like even though I never knew this person personally, but it was something that happened up here like maybe back in 2021. He was a club promoter, and like when you go to his Instagram page, you would think like, he's just living a life, having a good time and stuff like that. But one day he writes a post basically his self deletion note,
Hmm.
and a lot of people thought that it was probably for attention. A lot of people thought that it was just like maybe something's going on, maybe we should get in contact with maybe whatever. But by the time they was able to get to him, he already had done the deed. And it was like, wow, yo, like the fact of hearing that. And then he had a wife and he had kids, and for him to have done that it was like, yo, like, and I could just imagine the pain of that family going through what they went through, just losing that person in that way. Because it's like, what could I have done to make this person happy? But at the same time, it's like, is there anything you could have done?
That's the thing that I feel like a lot of people don't understand. Most of the time, those people's minds were made up. And this is why I always tell people now, pay attention to signs. Like, if you don't know how to read body language and if you're not in tune with your friends or certain people, you're not going to know the signs, you know? Like, some people will smile and you can see right through that they're not happy. Somebody isolating themselves, somebody not wanting to do things, somebody just staying inside the house, anger, irritability, like mood swings, you know, them not eating. There's a lot of signs you'll be able to tell, especially in kids and stuff like that. And if you have a partner, I suggest you pay attention to them, you know, and a lot of women don't understand this. Men go through a lot of mental issues, and of course, they're not going to go to anybody. You should always do mental checkups. Because of me losing certain people in my life, me and my friends do mental checkups on each other now. And like me and my one best friend, because we were all three trio, but he's gone now. Me and my friend,
Hmm.
we have this thing that if something ever happens or I get depressed or whatever, we'll just tell each other like our little code word and we'll go to each other's house. You know, I'll drop what I'm doing. I could be at the gym and I'll drop what I'm doing because I know she's in that moment or, you know, she can't get herself out of that. So you just got to be able to have that safe space with people. And I know this sounds messed up to say, but like I said, I've been around it. I've done it myself. I understand what it's like. Your mind is already made up. There's nothing somebody else can do that's going to make you feel better. And sometimes,
Mm.
most of the time, those people, they try to come to you. They try to talk to you. They try to go to the people. And people go, here we go again with this, you know, and then it finally gets to a point where like, okay, nobody even gives a crap about me. And you see it every day. Men are unaliving themselves with the women that they get with, you know, the woman takes the baby, the woman takes everything they got, now they're unaliving themselves, you know, because they have nobody else to go to. And that's the only thing they can turn to is that.
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely agree because I mean, I mean, I can only speak for me, and I think I can speak on behalf of men. It's like for us, it's real hard for us to like really put our emotions out there like that because you know a lot of times when we get vulnerable with certain people, a lot of those people will end up using that against you
Of
in the
course.
end. So it's like, why would I ever come to you and tell you that? And you know, because you will go around, turn around and throw it back in my face like that. It's like, and of course, it's like that when a guy gets into a relationship, a new relationship, even though this person may genuinely be like, yo, I'm really here for you. I really want to rock with you. But going through what that person has went through, it left a, like a real mental scar in their heads. And it's like, yo, I don't want to do that again because if I open up to you again and then that happens to me again, you just you don't know what that could do to a person. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
And
saying? 'Cause- go ahead.
yeah, I want to say something because I do understand what you're saying, but I'm at the stage in my life where I've done a lot of therapy, done a lot of healing. If I tell you something and you throw it in my face, I'm just going to leave you because I've done, women go through that too. It's not just men. I've been with a guy before where I told him something severely bad in my life and he threw that shit in my face and said it in front of everybody else. So at that moment, you understand what kind of person you're dealing with. If you are not able to heal from that, you shouldn't even get into a relationship because a lot of men will tell women, hey, get over this, get over your ex, stop holding your trauma in. So if you're holding trauma from this last girl you're in and you can't even lay your life down with this one chick, you're with the wrong person. For me, I feel like I would rather weed out wrong people than keep those people in my life. If I can't come to you when I'm depressed, if I can come to you when I'm ready to unalive myself, I'm not going to be with you. There's no point of being with you if you're not going to be the person that hold my head when I'm down, and it should be vice versa. That's why I talk about the things that I do so women understand you need to stop doing that. You need to stop telling men not to cry, stop telling men that they can't come to you for things, or stop saying certain things are weak. Because if that's your partner, why can't he come to you for those things? You can come to him for money, you can come to him for other things, but he can't come to you. So I feel like I get what you're saying, but at my stage in life I'm at, it's either you rock with me or you don't, and if you don't, you're out of my life. You can do that immature stuff somewhere else.
Oh no, I'm right there with you when it comes to that. Like, you know, I'm just saying, like, I know there's people out there
Yeah,
that
of course.
probably, you know, feel that way as far as like they can't turn anybody and then it'll make them crazy because a lot of people don't go to therapy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people just would be like, oh, I could just get over this or whatever, but not knowing all you're really doing is just building and building and building to the point to where you're not going to be able to take it anymore. You're going to end up doing something that's gonna leave a lasting effect on your family and your friends and all this stuff. But yeah, like me, I'm just like how you are. Like if you ain't rocking with me, I just deuces, leave. I'm out.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's nothing for me to leave somebody in a heartbeat. But I'm just
Same.
saying, like, there are some people out there, there's some guys and some women that, they haven't fully healed themselves to where if they go through something like that, that could be literally the tipping point for them to do something that they can never take back.
Of course.
Yeah, man. So it's like, that's why I say I feel for those people that go through that. Cause I mean, I never, like, I would say back in my younger days, I never could really understand how a person could do that. I'm like, why would somebody want to do something like that? That's just crazy. But the older I got, and then all the losses that I've taken in my life, of people that's constantly leaving, not because of that reason, but just in general, like whether it's they're, passing away, or they, betray me and stuff like that. Like, I get to understand, like, now I understand why people do what they do. I mean, I'm still going to do what I'm going to do regardless, but now I actually do understand why people feel the need to do that. But at the same time, I'm like, they should come and talk to people, let that out, and do what they got to do to try to not feel that way anymore, because there are people out there that really do care about you, that really do want to see you win, see you succeed, and see you mentally healthy.
Of
So
course.
that's why I would tell anybody that's watching this, whether if it's live or replay, or just watching your content in particular, just get yourself mentally right, man, because you're gonna find those people that is really gonna rock with you, that really want to be there for you, and really care about you, not just what you can do for them.
Of course. I couldn't agree more.
Hmm. All right, let me see. That kind of, whew, just talking about something like that kind of just put me in a woo. But yeah, I mean, I just think conversations like that are definitely needed in this world, man, to let people know that they're not alone. You know what I'm saying? Because we all go through our trials and our tribulations in this world. Like, nothing in life is easy. But at the same time, we all need somebody to lean on and let it be known, like, hey, man, you got me. If you ever need me, I'm here for you. You know what I'm saying? So don't, you ain't got to put on that false bravado with me or nothing like that, because I know you probably going through something right now. So just, so just let me know, and I'll be that ear or whatever. So just don't do nothing crazy. That's all I can say about that.
Of course. Of course, I agree.
Okay, let me see. When you go on a trip, you pack your luggage. You might need to come back from that trip with extra luggage. Do you unpack? I, I don't know, my girl. I don't know. Um, that's my girl. So, cause she be coming with a lot of thought provoking stuff in the comments too. Like, so it's just stuff like that that goes on. So, like, so what ultimately got you into wanting to be a therapist, though? Like, what
um
was the final straw that, like, what? I'm gonna be a therapist. I want to help people get mentally right. Like, what made you do that?
because one, people think that therapy doesn't help, and two, I feel like somebody being in a space like this. Okay, I took therapy since I was a kid because of the trauma we talked about in the beginning, the stuff that I don't go into detail about. I've been in therapy since
So,
I was younger, but this is the reason why I wanted to do it. When I was taking therapy, from all the therapists I've had so many therapists, lost count of how many I've had. I never liked any of them, and I always thought, like, these people are not fucking listening to me. These people don't understand what I'm saying, and I felt like they didn't care. So I felt like, because I've been through a lot of the things that I talk about, and then now I'm studying the type of things I'm talking about, I'm empathetic on top of having the street knowledge, on top of having the book smart knowledge, and it helps you a lot better assist people and maneuver people. And you got to understand this too. I'm still young, so when I do counsel people or do talk to people my age, they're able to relate to me. They're able to understand where I'm coming from. And it's easier for them to talk to me, especially a lot of us young kids. They don't want to take therapy. They think it's dumb. You know what I mean? Until they get into therapy. And I've gotten a lot of my friends, even my guy friends, to at least try it. Not with me, but just in general with maybe like somebody that I know. And it's helped them a lot. And you don't need to take it forever. Just a lot of us don't understand where we're wrong, or where our childhood trauma hinders our adulthood. And like I said, take it for 6 months, take it for 3 months. You don't need to be in that thing every single day, every day for 2, 3 years. There's no point. If that therapist is a good therapist, they will help you maneuver your life better to where you don't need them anymore.
absolutely right. And I mean, I honestly think now more than ever, like, a lot of us really need to take our butts to therapy. Like,
Yeah.
because I mean, don't get me wrong. Not everybody's gonna click with everyone, like you said, like because you went and you said it was people that you didn't like and you didn't click with and stuff like that. But like I said, at the end of the day, you just need somebody that you could really chop it up with and really like just tell it all with no judgment. So it's just like I mean, of course, you got to do the mental work and the mental exercise and stuff like that, and the therapist is supposed to be there to help you with that. But you got to put that work in yourself, and you have to want it because, like, the thing is, nobody should ever want you to go to therapy more than you do, because
Exactly.
you know.
And I
So,
always tell people this too, which a lot of people always say, "Why do you say that?" I always tell people, "Don't go to therapy until you hit rock bottom." And they're like, "What do you mean?" Yeah, because if you just go to therapy because you just want to take it, you're not going to stick with it. You go to therapy when you absolutely need it, or when you absolutely know you're at your breaking point, where you've tried everything and nothing works. I promise you, therapy will work. But if you go there and you're not open and honest, and you're not allowing that person to help you, you're not going to get helped. If you're lying and you're just, "I don't want this," or you don't believe in it, how do you think it's going to work? It's not going to work if you don't try. And people don't want to do the self work because a real therapist is going to tell you about yourself. A real therapist is going to correct you. But a lot of people don't like that. That's why people think therapy doesn't work. It does. You just don't like sitting in your sorrows and you don't like sitting in your pain. That's what it feels like the first 2 months until you get over that and get over that criticism, especially if you got a good therapist. I promise you, after that, you'll be a lot better and you'll be happier.
oh yeah, definitely. And it's just like you said, a lot of people just don't want to face their demons. You know what I'm saying? They just don't want to sit and really reflect on why things ain't going right, wrong, and in their life and stuff like that. Like they don't want to do that because sometimes it could be very traumatic. Sometimes it can be very painful. But the toughest battles is what's make you stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, you can't. I mean, either way, no matter what you do, no matter how you think your life is right now, you can't run away from your problems. So you're gonna have to face them eventually.
Yep, and people don't understand this. If you don't heal your problems, you're gonna bleed on other people, whether it's relationships, friendships, whatever. Especially if you're insecure, especially if you have trauma, all that stuff. Like I said before, you'll self-sabotage anything that's good for you because you're not used to anything good. And I always feel like people who are super negative or super insecure, things like that, especially if it comes from childhood, you definitely need to go to therapy, especially if you have heavy trauma. I don't understand what makes you think drinking and smoking and partying is gonna help you get over your trauma. You'll waste your money on that, but won't go to therapy for 3 months. That's absurd to me.
That really is. It really is, yo. But like, speaking of therapy, what exactly do you think of that one girl that went viral for being the twerking therapist, going around constantly throwing, slanging dirt on men and talking about how she has a fat coochie or whatever? I can't remember her name. I think it's Unusually Bree. She's on TikTok too. But yeah, she's supposed to be a therapist, but she's long since been fired. But what do you think about therapists like that?
What the hell? I didn't even know there was a girl like that. That's kind of sad. What the
Oh
fuck?
man.
Working it on.
Oh,
What do you mean?
you
It's like
you
there's
you
a lot
just
of girls in
don't.
the. That's crazy. I don't respect stuff like that. And I also see girls in the red pill space advocating for men but selling their OF. It's like, dude, get out of here with that shit. That
Yeah,
doesn't make
well
any
now
sense.
she's definitely advertising OF, but yeah, like she was on there constantly, promoting stuff like Meg the Stallion type of things and talking about like, how men are like this. Now, of course, she didn't reveal any clients or nothing, but she basically generalized talking down on men and to the point to where hold up. My boy, oh, that's her name, Shabri Rawls. That was that therapist's name right there. And she got big because she was in her room constantly twerking, talking about like, men's problem, talk about men ain't this, men ain't that. But she was a licensed therapist. She was a licensed clinician. Now she has since, like I said, has been fired and she's blaming men because of what happened. And it's like, no, why are you blaming men for what happened to you when you out here? Nobody told you to get on TikTok and make the stuff that you made to talk down on men. And plus, what make it so crazy, it wasn't even men that was the reason that got her fired. It was a woman that reported her to her superiors.
Wow. That's sad. Well, she did it to herself, so I'm not gonna say it's sad. I'm not sad for her. I'm sad that she wasted her time doing that if she was gonna end up being that type of person. But I've been around a lot of men that have tried taking therapy, and they say that they get with certain women as a therapist, try to talk to them, and that woman is either a man hater or that woman like corrects them in a bad way. And I can tell you right now, a lot of women they go to become therapists for the wrong reasons. and I really feel like she's one of them. She should have never done that. That makes her look like an idiot.
Right. I mean, it's a lot of, unfortunately, it's a lot of women that be in those type of spaces and in these type of spaces or YouTube that are considered like grifters. They're just here to try to get a bag off of them just because of certain talking points. And it's like I'm not gonna name any names, but it's just a lot of them like chameleons out here. And so that's why I say like for a lot of dudes, it's kind of hard for trying to figure out which is which because they all saying the right things, but then somewhere along the line you'll start to figure out like this person was just doing this just to get likes and clicks and views and subscribers and stuff like that. And
Hmm.
that's why, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm always hesitant to listen to a lot of women when they say the stuff that they say. Like, yeah, it sounds good, but what are your true intentions on saying what you're saying? Do you really mean what you're saying, or you just saying it to try to get a bag off of YouTube or a bag off of TikTok or a bag off Twitter, Instagram, or any other social media platform? And like, and I'm pretty sure you probably get hit with that a lot. So how do you feel when people kind of look at you as like a grifter or trying to come in and just try to get a bag off of this? How does that make you feel? Because I'm pretty sure people have said that to you.
Well, it doesn't make me feel like anything because I was a bartender before this. I was making $800 a night, 5K every two checks. So I was making money way before I even started doing this. I made way more money before that, before I even got my YouTube check. On top of that, I don't have merch. I don't have a PO box. I don't ask people for money. My sessions with people are fucking hella cheap, and not even that. There's a lot of the times I'll work with men who can't afford it or can't do certain things or like are mentally impaired, and I just help them because I want to. People don't understand that, yes, there are some women in this space that do that. I don't sell my body. I don't ask nobody to do this. I don't even ask people to subscribe or like my stuff. I'm not one of those people that's itching for that. If you want to watch me, you can watch me. But like I said, in the end, whenever I become like at pearl status, I'm a millionaire, all that type of stuff, I'll be able to give back and do what I got to do. People are going to perceive me as something I'm not, just like they always do. Let them do it. It doesn't really bother me. I know what I am. I know what type of person and what kind of heart I have. And I know I'm in this for helping people, not for the fucking money. Obviously, you want money to be able to help you and get your camera quality and all that stuff to get you going. But if you are the type of person who's just in this for that, people are going to see right through it, eventually. So, like I said, for me, it doesn't bother me. People are going to think whatever they want.
Mm, couldn't have said it better myself. Like that's
I'm
like
glad.
that's real talk, man. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, it's just so rare to come across people that are truly genuine in what they say. So to hear stuff like that is very refreshing because it's like a lot of these people, like I said, it sounds good, they look good, so of course they get you with the looks. And then when you hearing what they saying, it's like, oh my God, she's really saying the stuff that I want to hear, and I agree with her 100%. But then somewhere along the lines, you'll figure out she just grifting. She just grifting, man. Like I can't rock with that. But watching your stuff, like I'm very good on body language, and I'm very good when it comes to aura. Like when I look at you, I don't get that type of vibe from you, as far as like trying to grift and you know doing all of that.
Yeah,
So
well,
yeah, so I don't get that type of vibe when it comes to you on that. So all I'm saying is, like I said, keep doing your thing. Don't worry about what these people got to say because people gonna hate regardless.
I'm already knowing you can't make everybody happy, man. You just got to do what you got to do and help the ones who need it. That's what I'm here for. I'm not really focused on the negativity. I'm focused on the people who actually watch my content and been rocking with me since the jump.
Exactly. You gotta, man. You always gotta support them, man. Oh, finally found my phone. But anyway, yeah, like you gotta be able to like really give the people your day ones all that the content they can have because, like I said, I watch your stuff all the time. So it's not like, oh, this is nothing new to me. Like everything I'm asking you, I kind of already had an idea of it. But like I said, it's just for the people that's watching right now, you know what I'm saying? They may not know who you are, so I'm trying to get them to like really know who you are as not only just a content creator, but as a woman, as a person, all that good stuff. So that's what I'm saying. Like all this stuff, I already kind of had an idea, but I just wanted my viewers to know, like the real Tay Tay.
A show for show.
Yeah, see, like my boy, and he was hold up. My boy right here, he was the one who originally asked me this question, and he's basically saying what I said. Like you don't have grifting vibes, so You really are, the type of person that you say you are. So that's what I'm saying.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Gotta be
No
yourself.
doubt.
I'll say this. I always tell people, be yourself when you come on social media. Don't be somebody you want to pretend to be. Don't act like a whole different person. If you don't talk like this in real life, don't come on here and be proper when you know you talk a certain way. Because no matter what, after some time, people are gonna show who you really are. You know what I mean? And I always feel like, at least with me, you don't hear people making videos about me saying, "Oh, I met with Tay. She a grifter. She did this to me." No offense to Pearl, but she's got like 60 videos of all these different creators that she's worked with, paid with, and even been hanging out with that can't stand her. For me, that's when people say, "Oh, you might be a grifter." Hell, I don't even be selling nothing. I don't even be. You don't hear nothing about me. You'll see videos of girls making videos about me. They never even met me or talked to me. So for me, like I said, be your authentic self. I came on here, been sarcastic, been honest, talked about my trauma, talked about my past. I've even told people when I was toxic as hell. Why would I do that? You know what I mean? I want you to know the real me so that way, if anybody ever says she beat me up one day, I sure did. I hope you know it. I'm not a liar. I ain't gonna lie. Sorry.
Hey man, and I respect it, man, because like I said, it's not really a lot of people in this space, men or women, that would genuinely be like this. So that's why, like I said, it's just refreshing to see this type of interaction. Because I watch a lot of content creators, especially since after 2020. Because like
Yeah,
before then, I was never in this at all. Like I was always out and about, living my life and doing whatever. But being immersed in it, I come across different content creators, men and women, and like I said, there's a few of them that are like you that is really doing this because they believe in what they're saying, and then there are other ones that are just like putting on a bunch of, they're putting on acts. Like it's almost like they're WWE characters. Like they just, they're trying to perform a movie or a TV show or something. It's like, dude, I can see right through you. Like,
yeah.
and I mean, and I don't get that vibe from you. Like I said, I've watched enough of your stuff to see, like, cause you know me, I like to, well, you don't know me personally, but it's just the fact, like, I'm the type of person when I see somebody or if I'm watching somebody, I'm studying them just to see what type of person they are. Not just, the content that they do or whatever. I'm trying to see, oh yeah, I can see it. Because whether people know it or not, they let a lot of their flaws out and they don't even see it, and
Yep.
I'll usually be the one to catch it. Even though I don't say it because at the end of the day, I just don't really care too much to comment in your comment section or whatever. But I really be peeping a lot of these content creators, whether they be want to be braggadocious or want to do this or do that. Like you're just portraying a character at this point. When am I gonna see the real you?
Of course, I couldn't agree more. That's another reason why, not to be rude, and I'm not going to name drop, I don't like working with a lot of creators because I got the chance to meet some creators and I just didn't like the way they were behind closed doors. And I'm like, yeah. And then they make fun of certain things that you would never think they would say on social media. I'm like, yeah, I don't fuck with you. I don't mess around with wishy washy people or people who portray themselves. Like, I've met people who talk about mental health, but in real life, they're like, oh, I can't deal with that or don't want to help people with that. It's like, dude, I don't like that. I just don't like that. Whatever you put yourself online, you better be exactly like that when I see you, to the T. Like, I don't like that
Ex-
at all.
Exactly. I've Man, it seems like we mirroring each other right now because everything that you're
I'm
saying
dead.
right now is exactly how I'm feeling right now. Because if I meet you in person and you don't give me that same energy that you displaying on screen or whatever, it's like after that, I'm not gonna be disrespectful, but just know I'm not rocking with you no more. Just because it's
Same.
like I don't I don't rock with that. Like to me, the person that you're looking at right now, the person that you're talking to, if we were to ever meet, this will be the same person that you will see face to face. So that's why I'm saying, like, I try to be my authentic self. I don't really care about a lot of opinions of what people got to say or whatever. But like I said, I really do rock with genuine people on this platform, and I want to continue to rock with genuine people on this platform. Basically, just to really connect. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're supposed to do on social media is connect. Not
Of
like
course.
in ways that some of y'all think, but just connect.
Exactly. Make content and stuff. I agree. Couldn't agree more.
hmm So yeah, so you mentioned something about being a bartender. Like, what was that like being a bartender? Because I mean, was it a lot of you was getting a lot of traffic in the clubs, or you was like somebody's favorite bartender? Like, what was it like being a bartender? Because I don't really go to clubs, so you elaborate on me
So
with
I
that.
didn't work at a club, thank God. I used to work at
Oh,
a five-star Italian restaurant, so that's why I got paid
oh,
so
okay,
much.
okay, okay.
So for me, I loved it, honestly. I thought it was super good, but then once I like I don't know. Once I started getting into like mental health and like learning about psychology and what alcohol does to your mindset, it just didn't feel right serving people drinks anymore. And then like I just didn't like the night shift, being there from freaking, I don't know, 4, 2 in the afternoon all the way to the next day. And then like you do get a lot of like women groping you, men groping you, and it just wasn't the environment I wanted to be in. I was thinking about going back to bartending only because it's good money, but then I'm like, ugh, I have a lot of things under my belt. I can end up doing something else, but it's just the best thing to do out here in Vegas because you make really good money. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
you in
It's really fast.
Vegas?
Yeah, I'm in Vegas.
Oh yeah, I heard it get crazy down there.
Yep.
One of these days, I might make a trip out there. You know what I'm saying? Because just to experience Vegas. Because everybody keep telling me, "Oh man, you need to go. You need to go." I'll go one of these days, man. It's not something that I'm like in a hurry to do, but because I mean, I got a lot of stuff going on over here as well. But yeah, I plan on heading down there just to see the nightlife and what it's like over there in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, as far as like I'm pretty sure you got a lot of stuff going on now to where it's like I don't even think I should be bartending right now because I mean I know you got a lot of avenues you could go down from being big on social media stuff like that. So you probably just look at that like it's kind of like you want to you could do it, but it's almost like you'll be going backwards.
Yeah. I don't know about backwards, but like I said, you make that money fast. At least if you collabing with people, not to throw YouTube under the bus, but you get paid from YouTube once a month. So if you end up working at a bartending job, you can make $800 in one night. You ain't even got
Not
to do
only
it for that long. You could do it for
yeah,
2 weeks and bounce, especially if you're a
right.
bomb bar. And then me with the social media platform, all I got to do is go to a bar, let them know I do social media, and they'll put you there. It's the same thing. When you're an influencer, especially when you get to a certain level, people don't even know this. You can go to bars, you can go to certain places and say, hey, I have traction with this. Hey, I can bring clientele from this. All I got to do is tell my fan base, hey, guys, I'm going to be at this bar. My job, wasn't that busy during the winter time, but I would bring some of the people from my social media on there, and I had a full bar every single day because of that. So it does
Mm.
help build traction and stuff like that. And managers will hire you fast because of that. Yep. So it's a benefit.
Oh, I can imagine because I mean, even though I'm nowhere near that yet as far as like YouTube stuff, but I know from different content creators that I talk to that are monetized, they'll tell me straight up like, dude, man, even though I get super chats, I get paid, like YouTube takes 30% of my money, man. So it's like, is it really worth it? It's like, so I mean, you got to find something to you be able to bring in some more revenue other than YouTube. That's why I tell anybody like this, to me, this is more like a hobby. I just love being on here. I chop it up with people. You know what I'm saying? I make shows with like myself, and then I got like another show that I do with my co-hosts and stuff like that. And like I said, and to me, like I said, I do want to take this to another level, but at the same time, it's like I I would have to make serious time for that. Because a lot
Yeah.
of people
Well,
say like, dude, you really got what it takes. I'm like, man, I don't know. Like I said, I ain't up there with a lot of these other content creators. Like I said, I ain't got the time. But like I said, in your case, like I said, people gravitate to the stuff that you say. People
mhm.
gravitate to the message that you put out there, whether you're, going against, well, not even going against, but just trying to help school the women, help school the men, and do everything that you're doing. And it's like, people rock with what you're saying because you got more admirers than you do haters.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But I'm letting you know now if you want to start making it big and like making six figures, you got to post like 6, 7 videos a day. That's how I started. And I was working 2 jobs. So I didn't have time. I made time. I forced myself to have time. And I still went to the gym for 3 hours. I got like maybe 2, 3 hours of sleep for the first year or two. And then now I'm still doing the same thing, content creating and making money. So it'll be a hobby, but you got to make it a job until it
Mm,
becomes your actual like main source of income. And then from there, you can reach out and do other things. Like the reason why a lot of people end up making so much money is because once you get up there and you get the views, now you can make merch. Now you can have a PO box. Now you can know you do sessions, or now you could do certain things with other people, collab and make money through there. You know?
right. I mean, shoot, now that you put it like that, man, is you got a hell of a point. 'Cause like, I mean, dropping a lot of videos, dropping a lot of content stuff, and that's a gem you just dropped right there. That's
It
a
works.
gem
I'm
you
telling
just
you,
dropped.
it
Yeah.
works.
I mean, I know it works. I seen other content creators do it all the time. Like, and not just you. I seen other content creators do it all the time, like dropping multiple videos a day and stuff like that. Because it was a time period where I was dropping like a lot of shorts. So you do have a point on that. It's just I just have been slacking a little bit. But yeah, you got a point on that. Like, so for all the content creators, the small time content creators that's watching this right now, she just gave y'all a blueprint on what to do on how to grow your channel for real.
Yep.
But
Post, push yourself to the limits. If you want it, you got to go for it. You can't be like stagnant with anything. How bad do you
right.
want it? 'Cause you got to think about your competition. If you're going against people like Pearl, Fresh and Fit, all those type of people, they're posting like 6 to 12 videos a day.
They really are. That's you right. You are absolutely right. All right. So let's talk about those tattoos that you got. Like I know like you got a lot of tattoos. Like what do all of those tattoos symbolize? Because I know they have to have some type of meaning to them. Like what do like some of your tattoos like symbolize for you? Like
So the one on my chest is a heart being ripped open. My grandpa died in
mm,
the living room when I was a kid, so that's why I got it.
ooh, sorry to
Um,
hear that.
No, it's fine. The Hariath on my forehead is again, it's for my grandpa. It's in a different language. It just basically means a home that I can no longer return to, or
Mm-hmm.
a home that just will never be the same because that's the only time life ever felt like home. I have a rose on my neck. I have a smile now, cry later in the back of my head because of obviously you show the world a smile, but behind closed doors, depressing, sad, whatever. That was like a past thing. I have LA on the back of my neck. So I'm from LA. I have
Mm.
The World Is Yours. I used to watch Scarface with my grandpa. That's our favorite movie. I have Lost Soul on my hand. I have Beautiful but Deadly because I actually fight professionally and like I do Muay Thai and Jiu Jitsu. So now I have Tortured Soul on my stomach, and then I have a koi fish on my leg.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay. I
and I have
mean,
Lulu on my arm. I forgot about this. And my grandma's name's right here.
okay. That's
He said,
no,
"Oh, okay."
no. I'm just saying, like those are really dope tattoos, though.
You
Like
got it
I
up.
really, yeah, man. Like I mean, I don't know if I could do all that, but hey, man, like I said, those are dope tattoos, like for real, like no lie.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
hmm And I could just imagine the one that symbolizes your grandpa dying in the living room. I just know, like, whenever you look at that, like, it probably is just like, ooh. But at the same time, you probably still got those great memories of your grandfather, so it's like it's not really, you know, it's
Yeah,
not
and
really
I'm 20.
bad.
I'm 28 now, so I got that when I was like 18 years old. So the feeling that you have compared to before now, I look at things from a different perspective. Like I said, I used to look at things in a negative light and be very like damaging and sad and miserable about like the way my life was. But now that I'm older, you have to embrace what you have. You know what I mean? At least I got to enjoy those moments with him and have somebody in my life that cared for me. It's better to experience good moments than to not have them at all. So you got to be appreciative of the people that are in your life, you know. And he wouldn't want me being sad or miserable and all that. And once I got out of that depression, look what I ended up doing with my life. Have my own place, my own stuff, my own YouTube. I built all this stuff by myself from the ground up alone with no help. That's what he would have
Mm,
wanted, you know?
Yeah, I could imagine, and I'm pretty sure wherever he is, he's probably looking down at you, proud as hell.
Thank you. I
hmm
hope so.
No,
Shit. I'm
no,
trying,
just
man. I hope
I
so.
mean, I mean, just the fact that you able to take care of yourself, and now you really like, in my opinion, you damn near done skyrocketed. So the fact that you doing what you doing and you changing people's lives and you impacting people's lives with the content that you put out, like, I mean, wherever he is, he probably can't do nothing but smile.
Yeah, thank you.
No doubt about that, man. Because I mean, I mean, at the end of the day, all we want to do is just make the people that help raise us proud. At the end of the day, to let them know, like, yo, like, at the end of the day, we're doing this for y'all to let y'all know that what y'all have instilled in us worked. You know.
Of
So
course.
exactly.
Hmm.
So let's get to this particular topic though. Like, so I know just like how you know the whole landscape of the dating scene is pretty much a mess right now. So like why do you think that it's so hard for people to date in today's society? Like why do you think that is?
One, social media, retaining too much information, and nobody's healed. Everybody's not over their ex. And another thing, I feel like a lot of men and women secretly, and I know this for a fact because I've been around men and women. They either hate the opposite gender, or they don't know enough about the opposite gender, or they're very selfish. Not everybody, but just some people. If you're a selfish person and you're not ready to compromise, you're never going to be able to be in a relationship. And a lot of people, they don't even believe in love. How can you go out into the world wanting something you don't even believe in? That's like me saying I want a real man, but I've never experienced a real man or don't know what it is. I'm going to come across a real man and self sabotage or treat him like shit because I'm used to Tyrone's and Ray Rays. Make sense? So I feel like this generation, like, they need to heal. Everybody needs to sit by themselves and heal. Stop drinking, stop smoking, so you have a clear vision of what you truly want.
That's true. That's very true. I mean, I just don't. The dating pool that I'm seeing right now, it just seems like day by day, it just gets crazier and crazier. Like it's so many different requirements to where you have to, you know, come to this, and it's always the whole "what do you bring to the table" conversation and stuff like that. And it's like at this point, why can't I just come to you as like the person that I am? Like we getting to know each other. So why can't we just get to know each other and then we grow from that instead of you already knowing everything there is to know about me straight out the gate? Because you know what I'm saying? It takes time to really interact with somebody to want to know whether or not if you want to spend time with them. Because like I've seen so many people that just laid it on so thick at the very first date, never got a second date, and then it's just
Well, I
I,
personally feel like people do everything wrong. You guys go to these damn dates and act like it's an interview or an interrogation. What are you, a cop? Take it easy. Like when you go to meet somebody, you guys should be off your phones, having fun, seeing if you vibe, have chemistry, not worrying about who's paying, who's doing this. Are you doing like, dude, why are you guys doing that to each other? Do you even like this person? See if the chemistry's there. See if you guys vibe. See if that person makes you feel safe, if she makes you laugh. Then go on a couple more dates after that. Then once you start saying, okay, we're really serious about each other, I know you're somebody I want to date, then sit down and talk about all your boundaries, lay things down. You shouldn't be talking about my dad did this to me when I was 10 and you're on your first date. Oh, my mommy used to beat me. It's like, bro, what does that have to do? I'm just getting to know you. It's too much. But a lot
yeah,
of people
that's
don't understand that. It's way too
right.
much too soon. And they try to rush.
Exactly. Exactly. Like I said, they laying it on too thick on the first date. And it's like, first of all, like slow down, man. Like we this is the first time we're ever in a public setting, whether if it's going to the movies, going on a dinner date, whatever. Like, don't tell me about what happened to you in your past on the first date. Like that should be something more along the lines of like wherever we like maybe fourth or fifth date, if there ever is one. Then you could tell me something like that because at least we'll have some type of comfort with each other. We'll already have some familiarity with each other. So whereas like when you do decide to tell me that, it's like now we can get a little bit more closer. But if you just telling me something like that and I'm just remembering your name, it's like, oh wow, like yeah, I don't know about you.
Yeah. It gives off too when you're too needy or too pushy, you're gonna scare the other person away. Especially me, I'm a healed person. So once I'm around somebody where I know you can't handle certain things or like you're oversharing, I know for a fact something's up. You know what I mean? Like you shouldn't be rushing somebody. You got to get to know the person. I agree. I couldn't agree more.
Hmm. Yeah, because I mean, it's just so many times that they do this on a regular basis. I've seen so many desperate dudes that's always willing to put it out there, even when they just meet a chick and they ain't even went on a date yet. They could just literally just be talking to them, just meeting them at the store or something. Be like, "Girl, you look so good. You so fine, girl. I'm trying to take you out the country. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that, or whatever." But it's like you ain't took her nowhere. You didn't go nowhere to eat. You didn't take her to a movie. You didn't ask her what her favorite color was. Like, and already you trying to plan your future? Like, ugh.
Yeah, that scares women. That's one thing we don't like. We would much rather you tell us you want to take us out, or not even tell us. Ask for our number. Tell us to meet you somewhere, or hey, I'll come pick you up and take us there. That's all you got to do is be direct and do that. You ain't got to give us a whole speech about this. You got to calm down with that type of stuff. Especially a woman like me, I get people that overshare too much, where it's kind of scary. Because then I could tell you've been either alone too long, or you come off needy, and it's like you can be direct without doing it in that sense, you know?
Right. Yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't understand that, man. A lot of people don't get it. Because, I mean, it's literally the simplest things that can literally get you far in a relationship. People forget that. They always want to go for the extra mile and stuff like that. Cause it was a story that I seen a while back, and it was a young cat too. Basically, on the first date, he had the horse and carriage for the girl and stuff like that. Now, don't get me wrong, that is romantic stuff, but she got turned off of that real quick. And she stopped texting him, calling him, and all this stuff. And he was wondering, like, why would she do that to me? Blah, 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 blah. It's like, dude, you came on too strong, too fast, you know? And I mean, and
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, girls probably do like that, but they want to have that like later on in a relationship when y'all are more familiar with each other, not just, a very first impression. I
Yeah,
mean,
of
that's
course.
just me. I could be wrong, but that's just
No, you're actually right because we don't know you yet. Like I said, we as women, we look at men as our safety net and our safe space. Once we meet you, we don't know if you're that yet. So if you're already overbearing, oh, we're gonna go get married, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. Oh, here's your horse and carrot. It's too much. It comes off as love bombing. That's what we're taught. So we got to be very mindful. We want a man who's stoic and calm and understands he has to ease his way into that. You can be chivalrous. You can get her flowers. You can get her a single flower, get her something small like that. But I wouldn't go out and do all that extravagant stuff just yet. That's girlfriend stuff, not even dating stuff to me at least.
hmm yeah. I mean, you pretty much said it right there, man. Like it's too many people that always want to try to jump straight into a committed relationship just off of a meeting. And it's like, just get to know be friends first. That's what I say. Like, because you got to have a foundation before you try to take it to a next level anyway. And it's just like how I mentioned on a previous show. Like, whenever you're in a relationship with somebody, and even if you're in a committed relationship, the thing is, always remember your friendship before anything. Like, always remember that you can laugh with your significant other. You can, crack a joke. You can do whatever. Like, you don't always have to be serious, like always going above and beyond and showing love and stuff like that. Yeah, that's cool. But at the same time, if y'all started off as friends first, always keep that in the back of your mind. That way you could be like, girl, you remember that time when I was thinking about this and we was laughing about this? She'd be like, oh yeah, that was funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all
Yeah,
gotta keep that in mind, because that's what also helps keep the relationship strong, because you already have a foundation.
of course. Yeah, I couldn't agree. That's good.
hmm Yeah, I mean, that's just how I feel about it. But a lot of people, like you said, they just want to love bomb you to death, and it's like, that's never gonna work. It's never gonna last. So good luck on whoever you find next, because the girl that you're talking to or the guy you're talking to, that's not them.
Of course.
hmm So like, oh boy. So when's the next time you plan on talking to Pearl? I might catch that interview.
I'm supposed to be going out to London at the end of the year, so it's not.
Hmm.
It's gonna be when I go on her debate thing. She has like I guess her own lives and stuff like that. She wants to put me in her wife's school, so whatever that is, and she has like a bachelorette type of thing with like a whole bunch of other women, and there's like bachelors and stuff. I don't know about that one because no offense to Pearl, there's certain guys that are on there that I'm like I don't like none of these type of dudes. Those are not my. That's not my type. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be pretending to be in a imaginary wife school thing because I don't know if you've seen it. She'll have Sneeko on there and like different bachelors, and I look at some of the people. That's not my type at all. I have a specific
Man,
type that I like to date, and I'm
Sneeko give me weirdo vibes. I can't look at him for too long.
really.
That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Originally, when I first saw him, he was kind of cool, but then after a certain while, I'm like, all right, man, he kind of rub. I'm not saying he like that, but I'm just saying like he just kind of give me a weird vibe. That's just me.
Mm. I can't say much. I don't really know Sneeko like that. I don't know. I feel like he's one of those kids. It's like because he grew up in this space. I just think
hmm
sometimes he doesn't have his own mindset, and I think that because he doesn't have like, I know everything about Sneeko because of the stuff I've seen and all the stuff he talks about. He don't have no family and stuff no more. So I feel like he just
mm,
tries to find father figures and other men and stuff like that. But he just goes with the wrong crowd. And I feel like he's learning, but then he's like, I don't know. He still has his
right,
like ways.
right. I feel it. You know what I'm saying? He just need the right people to take him up under their wing, man. Get him on the right track, man. Because like I said, it's just. I mean, because I know for a fact that he always hung around Fresh and Fit and stuff. So I mean, he also hung around Andrew Tate too. So I mean,
Exactly. Exactly.
and speaking of Andrew Tate, I heard you mention him a while back. Like, so do you rock with Andrew Tate?
Yes, I like Andrew Tate a lot. I think he's a good example for men.
Hmm. And elaborate. How do you feel that is?
He's stoic. He doesn't smoke. He doesn't drink. He promotes being a man, taking care of women and stuff like that. Yeah, people probably don't watch his podcast with his brother. They probably only heard him saying stuff about Bugattis, but again, he's joking. He's not serious about that whatsoever.
Hmm.
He's also very open minded, so I like that about him. He'll go into interviews with people. Like he did an interview with a psychotherapist. He don't even believe in therapy, but he went into a video with psychotherapists and with Candace Owens, and he talks about everything that he's done. He's very transparent, and because he has such a strong bond with his brother and he believes in family, I notice a lot of men don't have that. And a lot of men don't understand how to be a good friend or a good type of man to their friends or, good father figure, things like that. So I like that. I like that he talks about that and he's very, very stern with men. He doesn't like bullshit around or beat around the bush. So I really like the way he is. And he comes from a good dad. He had a father that passed away. So I admire that about him. I like bonds with men. Like I like the bond he has with his brother. I think that's a big thing for a lot of men.
Mm, that's what's up. Like, cause like I said, you got a lot of people like that in this world that's like that. So for Tate, like I said, salute to that man. And I might have to start checking out his stuff because I mean, of course, they kicked him off of YouTube and a lot of platforms, so it'd be hard to look him up. But I'll check him out when I get the time. But yeah, Tate. But what was I about? I literally had it at the tip of my tongue. Oh yeah. So like I know you had mentioned something about your brother being the starter for you, being an advocate for men. And plus, like I said, you have a lot of women in on the other side of the space that constantly talk down on men, constantly want to just, S on men all the time, basically like men ain't this, men ain't that, blah, 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 yada, 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 right? So what made you feel like, okay, I'm not messing with them over there. I'm gonna be right here, standing on the front lines, basically advocating for men. Because I mean, those people that's talking down on men, it's not like they not getting bank off of that either. Like they get easy money off of that. So the fact that you're deciding to stand with a lot of men and say the stuff that you say, like what ultimately was just like, you know what, I'm those women are crazy. I'm gonna be an advocate for men and I'm standing on what I'm standing on. I don't care what anybody got to say about that.
I've been like this my whole life, man. It wasn't anything new. Well, me and my brothers have always been super close. My brothers would go through certain situations, have girlfriends cheat, have girlfriends put their hands on them. So me and my brothers have always been tight. They've protected me, I've protected them. So this has been since I was a kid. And like I said before, it stemmed from childhood. My mom was a certain type of female. So naturally, when I seen the way that she was as a woman, it made me look at women differently. I've seen women cry and fake cry. I've seen women manipulate and lie, and I see my mom lie and be fake. So I'm like, oh hell no, y'all really like this. So then when I started getting to high school, middle school, I'd get around certain girls. I'm very friendly, like super friendly. I talk to everybody. Girls don't like that crap for whatever reason. You flirting with all the guys, you this, you that. Okay, whatever. So as I carried on to my daily life, I'm just naturally like that. I've always defended my guy friends. I've always had my guy friends' backs. I've always seen the perspective from what it is. Now, don't get me wrong. There are times where men are wrong, obviously, but a lot of the times women flip the script on what's really going on in this world. So when I started seeing social media, it's like, damn, y'all be doing this shit on social media too? There's no way. And then like from being a bartender, a lot of women will say certain things about men, but they get free drinks from guys. You know what I mean? They still talk to guys. You know what I mean? So I don't
Hmm.
know. I've just always had this type of mindset, and now that I can be on a platform talking about it, it's just everything that happens in daily life. This feminism stuff for a lot of people, it's been going on for a while, man. Women have been against men till the dawn of time. I don't think it's been as bad, but women have definitely been manipulative. Women have definitely been, treating men like crap. It's just getting worse because of social media and because now it's a trend. Every woman now is a woman empowerment and let's hate men, misandrous type of chick.
Yeah, social media definitely gave a lot of those women a megaphone.
Yep.
Cause I mean, it's just to me, it's like y'all really complain about guys so much, and a lot of these feminist women, they always come into spaces like men's spaces to talk that rhetoric. But it's like if you don't rock with us, you don't like us, or anything like that. Why do you keep coming over here to talk to us? Why do you keep
Exactly.
mentioning us? You know what I'm saying? To me, it just doesn't make any sense because like I'm the type of person, if like if I don't like somebody or I don't like something, I'm just not gonna deal with them. I'm not even gonna talk about them. But the fact that a lot of these people will stay on the internet, stay making videos, stay making TikToks, stay doing all of this, constantly talking about men and the transgressions they dealt with men and stuff like that, just so that they can get sympathy from other people to be like, you go girl, you tell them. It's like, is it really that bad? Because then once you turn the camera off, you about to call up a dude to come to your house right then and there to try to blow your back out. So
I'm weak. Oh, but it's
I'm,
true though. That's exactly how it goes. That's why I don't understand it. But again, you have to understand, and I've realized this a long time ago. A lot of women grew up different. Women grew
mm,
up with a lot of moms and no fathers in their life, so they got to see what their moms dealt with. They got to see what their sisters dealt with. They got to see what the women have dealt with. So I'm not taking away what they go through because there are shitty men out there. I'm not gonna sit here and say there's not. There's men who abuse women and do that type of stuff. They see that growing up. If I grew up in a male dominant home, I see the opposite of men getting hurt. So that's the reason why my mindset's like this. You can't be mad at the way, not you, just in general, you can't be upset at the way people view the world. It's how they were raised, how they were brought up. I do understand there are some women who fake that shit though. Because like I said, what you just mentioned, going to the bars or, talking to dudes when they get off the phone, stuff like that. But there are some women who their mindsets are skewed. And there's a lot of women who do that. If I didn't have a strong mindset like I have now, I would have believed half the things my mom would have said about my dad. Makes sense. So those women believe their moms and see their shit that their moms do and stuff. And it's monkey see, monkey do. It's who you're taught by too, who raised you.
that's very true. It definitely matters who was the one that was responsible for raising you for however many
Yep.
years they had you. That's a definite fact, and that's also like I always think about it, especially with the quote unquote son husbands too, because a lot of them are raised by like single mothers, and a lot of those mothers they don't be raising them as trying to be men. They trying to raise them to like be their husbands and stuff. And it's like, oh my god, I see it all over social media, and it's just like that's a little boy. Why are y'all putting him through all of this? And then like when they do finally get in touch with their father after all of these years, and then they find out all the stories, it's like it blows their mind. Like why didn't I know this? Or like it really makes them go crazy. And I mean, I see a lot of stuff like this all the time, and it's just so sad to see how how it could just be like that. Like it really just blows my mind. It really does.
Yeah, it's really sad. I don't understand how some women can just do things like that and not feel bad, but like I said, it happens every single day, and it keeps happening, and it's I don't know.
Hmm. Absolutely, it keeps happening every single day, and it's just so sad. And that's why I say we just need more and more people to just come out and just bring awareness to that type of stuff. So that way, I mean, you're not going to be able to eliminate it. That's just not going to happen. But at least shine a light on it to try to minimize it as much as you can. Because if nobody's really out here to say the stuff that you say or other people say, I could imagine it being a lot worse than this.
Of course, I agree.
And it's just so sad to say like that. So, let me see. I don't think I have any more questions. I'm trying to see. Like I don't like I said, I'm trying to be very respectful of your time because I know you probably got a lot of stuff going on. So I'm trying to see if I could think of at least one more question before we get I mean, hey, chat. Do y'all got a question for her while I think of something? Cause I mean, I don't want to just leave her sitting up here just looking at the screen all day. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to just have you just stand and be like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to at least give you some, trying to give you some conversation to think about, man. But yeah. So like you said you like to work out. So how often do you hit the gym?
6 days a week.
6 days a week. Oh my God.
He said, "Oh my god."
Hey, hey, but at the same time, man, I like hearing that a woman likes to keep herself in shape because it's like we talked about with the body positivity
I'm
stuff
finna be like
earlier.
Lizzo if
Like
I don't. Hell no.
exactly. Hmm.
It also helps with mental health and stuff. I think that's another reason why I don't have as much built up trauma and built up anger and all that stuff. Working out helps a lot, especially with women and men. Working out's good for the soul and the mind.
Right. It really does, man. Like, cause I mean, it's nothing like being able to go to the gym and just put on your favorite music with your earbuds in, whether you going through the weight bench, dumbbells, the treadmills, all that stuff. Like I love it.
Exactly.
You know, yeah. Like I said, whenever I'm not working, that's what I usually do. I just go to the gym and stuff like that. So yeah, but 6 times a week, woo, we I ain't I ain't that young anymore.
I'm good.
Oh man, I remember I did used to clang and bang like that back in the day, but I can't do that now. Like I'm getting up there. Oh man. So like how far do you see yourself going in this social media game though? Like you said you want to be up there with Pearl. Do you see yourself one day surpassing Pearl?
Um, I, I want to say something that I feel like maybe it's not the same as other people. I'm not in competition with nobody, man. I don't give a fuck about what other people are doing, and I don't mean that in like a
Hmm.
rude way. As long as I'm able to feed my family, as long as I'm able to, either fund certain things, like Jordan Peterson is able to have seminars where he can sit and talk to his fans and sit and help people. I want to do stuff like that. I'm not trying to do no bullshit ass podcast where we're just sitting down arguing, having all these dumb girls argue with each other. Who I don't care about them dumb women. I want to talk to the men who are mentally impaired. I want to talk to the fans and stuff like that and build seminars. I want to be able to, like, I don't know, have like maybe institutions and stuff, not like actual institutions, but like places that I can fund that people can get therapy sessions in, like California and maybe Texas, places like that. I want to do stuff for the world. I don't want to do what she's doing, if that makes sense. Like being like a Jordan Peterson is something I would like to do. More like Joe Rogan, something that's cool, something that people can look up to, not drama, man. I'm trying to be able to lead people in the right direction. Not I don't feel like are teaching people anything, but to argue and bicker about your opinions when we all have opinions.
Oh yeah, I absolutely agree with that. You know, say, oh, somebody in the chat actually do got a question. Okay, this is from Riz. I don't know why it's not showing up in my StreamYard. That's crazy. Uh, they said, where do you see your content going in 5 years? I mean, I think you might already just answered that, but just for my viewers that's asking. So,
Okay. Well, for now, I already know that, like, I'm by myself, so I'm doing as much content as I can, working out, things like that. But of course, I want to be able to branch out, and then like I want to have like my own little like cooking channel. And if I do end up getting a partner, which will probably happen, not going to say if, I would love to have like a couples channel and stuff like that. So the next 5 years, just having multiple social media platforms, being able to give back to people, doing giveaways, things like that would be cool. Maybe having meet and greets, so just being able to do bigger things and bigger platforms, and then starting my street talks and stuff. So just being a normal content creator, just being more up there, if that makes sense, more views.
I absolutely agree with that. You know, I hear you. It's just baby steps, you know. So yeah,
Yeah.
I absolutely agree with that. All right, like somebody already said, there's a bunch of questions in another chat, but like I said, I don't. For some reason, I'm not seeing it in my StreamYard. I don't understand why. Like it was coming up for a minute, but then it stopped.
You're good. You're good.
Right. Let me see. Let me see. Like I said, I don't want to. Like I said, I don't want to keep you sitting there like that. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause like I said, you're my guest for the night. I don't want to just leave you sit like, oh my God, can this dude hurry the hell up?
I'm weak.
Okay. Oh man, it's super chats over here on another channel because right now I'm simulcasting it too. So let me see. It says the Gold Eagle 99. You're not reading the chat swag. I had a super chat question for TayTay. No word. Dang man, God. Yo, hey, Gold Eagle, if you still in the chat, man, just say it in the chat, man. I'll read it if you pop it up. I'm in the other chat right now looking. So if y'all got any questions, typing it over there. I'm watching.
Yeah.
Like I said, man. Like I'm pretty sure it has. I don't know what he had to say though. So let me see. What is? Oh my God. Okay. My boy Happy Life has a question, and that's a crazy name. Okay. Happy Life says, Killer Swag, what is Tay's overall goal when it's all said and done? I think she already explained it.
Yeah. My biggest thing is to have a family and stuff like that too, man. I was raised in that type of Hispanic household thing, so the whole business standpoint is cool, but I ain't trying to be like Pearl. Pearl, you can see this is her lifestyle. That she's trying to be a podcast till she's 80. I'm trying to have a man and a family. The hell? What the hell is a podcast gonna do for me later when I'm old as hell?
Exactly.
I mean, it's cool,
Exactly.
but no, I want a family too. That's like my biggest thing right now, at least in the next 5 years.
Oh yeah, yeah, sure. I mean, at the end of the day, isn't that what we all want? Is just to settle down and have a family and just
Exactly.
grow old with that person, man. Because I mean, don't nobody want to be single forever, and don't nobody want to like be so engulfed in their work, no matter what anybody says. Because I'm pretty sure, even for Pearl's sake, if she had a dude, she probably wouldn't be so enamored in this as much as she is now. It's just right now she doesn't have anybody. But if she had a special somebody, who's to say she might end up start empowering more of her assistants to do some stuff? You never know.
That's true.
Okay, let me see. Now, okay, here go the question right here. Yeah, I just wanted to know how important does she think Reiki plays a role in a person's therapy if she believes in that. Basically, like I guess Reiki therapy, kind of like I don't know when they just pluck. I ain't big on that, so I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say Reiki therapy. What is Reiki?
Basically, what is it? REIKI or something like that. I can shoot. I don't. Like I said, I mean, I'll be seeing stuff like that as far as like on ASMR videos where it's like,
Unless he's talking about how important therapy is in general for people, it depends on the person. Because I've met people before that it's like you can just talk to them about a simple thing and it's just you explaining something to them. Some people don't have a rule book, man. A lot of people don't have parents, don't have guidance, don't have anybody. So if you have more knowledge than somebody, you can put that on them. They don't even need to go to therapy. But there's other people where their therapy is impacting their life. Like when I see people with heavy drinking problems and they can't stop, or when they have heavy rooted issues with their parents and they can't, stop people pleasing or things like that, that's therapy based. You've been touched as a kid, that's therapy based. There's nothing in the world's going to help you fix that type of stuff. You know what I mean? All that stuff carries into your adulthood, into your it bleeds onto your relationship too. You might think you're healed when you're single, you get with a man, and all of a sudden you self-sabotaging. You only People can say they're healed as much as they want. You'll know you're healed when you get into a relationship, a good one.
that's absolutely true.
You'll test
That
your
is,
boundaries.
you're right about that. All right, let me see. Melody got a question. I think she already answered this one earlier, Melody, but I'll ask it anyway. I really do believe she already answered this, but let me see. Question. Pearl is obviously a grifter. Are you just around her to grow your platform, or do you sincerely rock with her? Like I said, I think she already answered, but I'll give you the floor to answer it if you want
Yeah,
to.
I don't have a problem with anybody in this space. Like I said, I have no issues with nobody. I look at this from a business standpoint. I have no hate in my heart, no ill will towards anybody. It's a business. And if somebody's going to put me on their platform and tell me, hey, let's go do this, I'm going to do it. Like whatever podcast. They reached out to me, said, Tay, be on my podcast. I went on there. You know what I mean? Same thing with her. If she reaches out to me, says, hey, Tay, I'm in Vegas, let's collab, I'm going to do that. If somebody reaches out to me, I'm going to go ahead and take it. I don't reach out to nobody. But if they reach out to me, then I'm down. Like I said with Pearl, I don't know too much about anything that's going on. So people thinking that, oh shit, she's a part of this, hating whatever Pearl hates or whatever. Like I said, at the end of the day, it'll all show regardless. So I have a mouth on me, y'all. I can protect myself if I need to when I get on these podcasts. So have faith in me, shit.
Yeah, well, Melody, there go your answer right there. So you already know. All right, let me see. Happy life again with a question for you. Tay, what are you looking for in a man? Is it value in terms of money or commitment? And also, do you want a man to be friends first or go for it?
I would like for a man to be friends first and then go for it. The reason why is because I understand my social media platform is something that's important to me until I make my money. I don't expect a man to take care of me, buy all my stuff. That's not what I want. But he has to understand I help people now. I can't just say, oh, I can't do this anymore. I won't do that. So I understand that, and I need a partner to say, you know what? I understand she has a job. I'm not trying to interfere with that, but I'm not going to make my job my whole life to where I'm not seeing my man. But no, my value is not in money. I make my own money. So I just need somebody to be able to bring things that money can't buy. If you ain't loyal, don't fuck with me. If you're not honest, don't fuck with me. If you're gonna have me out here looking dumb and you cheating all the time, if I can't say with my whole chest, that's my man, he'll never talk to you bitches. Do not be with somebody like me because I'm a very straight up. I love how you laughing. I need a straight up person. So like, if you haven't got all that out of your system, you ain't for me. Like, I just want a man who's funny, stoic, has my back, and believes in like traditional family values because I was raised by grandparents. I know my role. I know what I should and shouldn't be doing. So if I have to come in this and you don't know what you're doing and he's doing this and that, and it's not going to work, buddy. And I'm not to argue. I'm not a screamer. So I'm going to tell you, you got to go, buddy. Pack it up. You're done.
Hey, can't even complain on that one, man. Because, like I
Hmm.
said, it's a lot of people that's always want to jump straight in when it comes to relationships. That's almost
No,
basically what I touched on a little bit. Just I said you got to have that foundation first as far as being friends. Then
yeah,
you can move on into the other phase. And like I said, no matter what, you'll always have that foundation that y'all can fall back on. Even if like y'all have tough times in a relationship, like at least y'all know like, hey, we were friends, we were great friends, and we can always fall back to that.
exactly.
That's what I say.
And plus, when y'all be rushing into things, you don't understand this, y'all. I'm not a perfect person because you see me on social media. I got flaws too. You rush into this, you're gonna fall head over heels for somebody you barely even know yet because of certain things. Take your time. You ain't trying to get hurt. And I always tell men this. I've had this happen recently where guys will not be healed and they'll come to me and you can see that they're not healed as it starts bleeding onto me and I'm like, oh no. Once I can tell you're not over your ex or you think this is too good to be true or you got trust issues, I've already healed my damage and healed my stuff. You can't come to me with all that type of stuff. Don't get me wrong. I'll help you. I'll be able to maneuver things, reassure you. But it comes a point where it's like, when it's too much, you know what I mean? Or like it's over consuming this and you're insecure to the point you can't do this, you can't do that. And nah, because I'm not insecure like that. You can do whatever you want. But if you can't meet me halfway, I feel like I don't ask for things that are hard. I'm not asking for 6 figures, 6 foot. I'm not asking for none of that. You can't buy me ice cream twice a month. You can't see me. Ice cream is cheap. Ice cream is cheap as
I was about
hell.
to say ice cream is cheap, yo.
I love ice cream. It
Sure.
could be any type of ice cream too. I don't care.
Shoot, hey, if push come to shove, you could buy ice cream at the grocery store and make you a cone or a bowl or something. Shoot.
Yep. See, there you go. Ice cream Sunday from McDonald's is $1.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's true though, man. You got to be able to have your priorities in order before you try to step into a relationship like that.
Yes.
You can't just go into it with like, fairy tale lenses on thinking it's going to be like this and you can't even do the fundamentals. Like,
Exactly.
that's crazy to me.
Whatever
All
you
right.
guys ask for, make sure you have that. If you ask for loyalty, you better be a loyal person. You ask for a girl who is gonna take care of you, you better be taking care of her. So my grandpa always told me, if you want something from a man, you better make sure you have that shit. So I always made sure to embody that as I got older. Do the same, man. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Mel said you can make ice cream from scratch. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
that's
you
even better.
can,
That's
Mel.
cool.
Yeah, that's even better, man. Y'all can make it together and eat it together. All right, let me see. Happy life again. Tay, if I'm a pearly times 200 and I'm really racist and had a dirty man, happy life. Man, I had a dirty past, would you still do business with me to make cold hard You don't have to answer that if you don't want to, but if you
Happy
do,
life. Those don't sound like happy questions.
exactly, man. He goes against the grain sometimes. He cool peoples, but he go against the grain a lot.
No, it's fine. People like to challenge your views. I don't mind that at all. I love a little challenge. But
Hmm.
what was the question? Would I work with him if he was
Okay,
what, 200
let
pounds?
me
What does that
see.
have to do with
He
anything?
said if he's pearly times 200 and I'm really racist and had a dirty past, and would you still do business with me and make cold hard cash? That's what he's asking.
Ooh, it does.
Basically, if he was times 1,000, so to speak.
Yeah, but see, you're saying racist and you have a dirty past. I need to know what that dirty past is.
Well, happy life, there it is. You
Yeah.
got to elaborate more on that, bro. What's the
There's
dirty
certain things,
past?
yeah. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
If
So
you
like we,
beating on women and you cheating and you doing all that stuff and talk about come on my podcast. I don't know about that one because I don't want. If it's a podcast, it's different. But if it's me and you meeting one on one, like how Sneeko and the Red Pill people be hanging out. Like if I was in a
yeah,
room with them chilling, you wouldn't catch me with them. I'm sorry, I don't want that rep. But if I'm on a
right.
podcast, I'm there just like everybody else as a guest. I'm not hanging out with these people going to dinner. There's two different things, y'all. So no, if it's not a podcast, then no.
Yeah, absolutely understand that. Like at the end of the day, it's business. Like you're
Yes.
just going in there to get your name out there, get your brand out there, get your message out there, and then once it's over, said and done, when you go your way, they go their way.
Yep. I feel like the only thing that makes somebody bad, and I tell people all this time, judge me when I get on that podcast. If I'm on that podcast and they're bringing up racist topics and I'm going, yeah, yeah, and I'm agreeing, then you could be like, damn, this bitch was a liar the whole time. But if I don't defend myself, you have to see how people are before you guys put them in that box of like, oh, they're like everybody else. People want you to be bad so bad or fuck up so bad. Like, have faith in somebody. Have faith in a sister. God damn.
Okay,
Believe in me,
okay.
y'all.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you got to, yeah, just like you said, you just got to wait and see. Don't just judge just because you see them going to a
Exactly.
podcast or something. wait and see what they say on that podcast, because if they might say something that you rock with, and you'll be jumping the gun, be thinking like, oh, they go to that podcast, you side with a red, you cool, you this, you that. But then when they actually listen to, like, oh, wait a minute, she
They could
actually
be
went
going
to.
off on that person. Yeah.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? Like, you never know. That's why you gotta have a wait and see approach. Right.
Hmm.
All right, let me see. I got a question right here. Ask her what's her views on the passport bros leaving America for foreign women. That was from Melody.
Hallelujah to that. I say men go wherever you're valued. If you have these women dogging you out, you approach a girl and she's, get away from me, you insult, you nasty. Shit. Go to them Latinas out there, big booty, who are ready to cook for you. Amen, brother. I support it.
Amen.
I support it.
Amen. Go through them Latinos, man.
Yep. They say Brazil and all that, and the Philippines are where it's at. And I've been seeing a lot of good videos of men out there getting fucking 5-star meals. These women are kissing them on the cheek, taking care of them. Like I said, if you're gonna be valued somewhere, go there. You know, why stay somewhere where nobody loves you or nobody cares for you like that? And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. You know, you want love. That's what the goal is.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And I had mentioned something a while back, because somebody had brought up the whole passport bro situation. And I was just like, I'm basically of the same sentiment that you are. Just like, go
Hmm.
where you love, go where you appreciate it. My thing is, like, when you're a passport bro, just go and have fun. You know what I'm saying? Go see the world, go see different cultures. Like, now if that does happen to where you find love overseas, don't just deny it just because it's overseas or whatever. Like, because I mean, you can't deny your blessings. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's why I say I'm not saying that you should be going over there to just straight up look for booty, but at the same time, like, if you happen to find it while you're over there, I'm not gonna tell you to turn it down.
Exactly.
You know? It said leave it for better women. Exactly. Y'all heard it straight out of her mouth. Leave for better women. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, none of these women are going to take these dudes being disrespectful to them. So why should a man take disrespect from a woman like that? Especially when he didn't do anything to deserve it. Like, that's just my thing. Now, if he out
Exactly.
here being dirty, grimy, or whatever, then by all means, do what you got to do. But if that man is showing you nothing but the utmost respect, love, unconditional love, and all that stuff, but you still want to treat him like he's crap, then, I mean, you can't get mad at him for wanting to go elsewhere.
Exactly. I always say
You
that
know,
go where you're loved and treasured. And I don't know if you've ever heard this saying before. You could be a two where you're at, but you can go to Brazil and be a 10, you know? They say that they
I
love
actually
black
heard
men
that
out
before.
there. So you better
I
go
actually
out there
heard
where
that
you're
before.
treasured.
Yeah, I actually heard that before. It was a long time ago, but I heard it before. Yeah, definitely. But it
Hmm.
was a different place. They said you could be a two over here, but somewhere else you could be a 10 or eight or something. I'm
Yep.
like, yeah, I definitely heard that before. All right, I guess he's elaborating now. Bring racist topics like slavery, fire a man from job, doing anything and everything to get views. Would you, my good friend Tay Tay? That's happy life again. I guess he's elaborating.
Mm. What he wants me to what? Bring those up, those topics?
No, I'm guessing he's saying, like, if hold on, let me go back to,
Oh, his
he said
last
if he
question
was,
was
yeah,
that.
if he was like a Pearly times 200, saying if he was to bring up racist topics like slavery, firing a man from his job, doing anything and everything to get views, would you,
But
you know,
this is the thing though. I don't know about this stuff. That's what did she bring up that has to do with slavery?
only thing I know is
That's what
that,
I'm saying. Because if you guys are saying this, I don't really know about those topics and stuff. And anytime I look at the videos to try to see them, there's nothing on YouTube. That video was deleted, y'all. So whether you guys are saying this or not, I don't. There's no clips. There's no nothing. So I don't get to see what she said about that. I feel like people should just stop talking about these damn topics. If you are not black, shut the hell up when it comes to these topics. That makes no damn sense of why you're talking about slavery. Am I gonna be talking about freaking what happens to natives? No, I wasn't there and I'm not them. That doesn't make any sense. Keep your mouth shut about shit you're not in. People are crazy when they say things like they've been there. Oh God. Too touchy
oh
for
yeah,
me to
they,
talk about.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah, that's too touchy, man. Like, and they always seem to do that to try to speak on something that, one, you was never there to experience, and two, you would never understand what happened in those time periods. Like, that's why, like, when it comes to subjects like that, I don't even like talking about it, because when I've never experienced it, and I know for a fact you've never experienced it, none of us that are watching have ever experienced it. Now, maybe our grandparents, great grandparents, or something like that, they would have more knowledge of that than we would, but
Exactly.
not us.
Yeah, and I always tell people that too. Like I was raised in a Hispanic household. I don't like touching on those topics. Will I defend black men and women all the time? Yes, I will. But when people bring up slavery, I'll automatically tell them I don't want to talk about this shit, and I have no words for you guys. You guys can run your mouth about that, but I'm not gonna say nothing.
Um, absolutely. You got to shut that down right at the door. Because
Yep.
once that word comes up, get out of
You
here.
better not even laugh, mention nothing. You better just keep your head down or walk out that door and just not even say nothing.
Yeah, you better. You better. Also, real stuff. All right, let me see. Let me see. So far, I'm not really seeing any question, but if you can't say if you're not. Okay, but if you can't say if you're not black, don't speak on it, but you want to have those same conversations with those people. I don't know if that was a question, but I think that was just a comment by Gold Eagle 99.
Again, I have a mouth on me. I would just not bring them up. And like, if there was a topic like that brought up, I'm gonna say, dude, how is this helping the world? We see what's going on every single day. You know, racism exists. We see police brutality. Why are we talking about slavery? Why don't we talk about trafficking and stuff that's actually happening now? I'm not gonna discredit what happened back then because it was awful, you know, and I wish it never happened. But like I said
Hmm.
before, I'm not gonna talk about these topics with anybody. I shut shit down, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't know about you guys, but I got a mouth on me, and I don't care if people like me or not. I'm not there to be liked. I'm there to be heard.
Uh, yes, sir. Y'all heard her.
Mhm.
She ain't got no filter. And like I said, that's something that I can respect, man, especially in a world full of marshmallows.
Yeah, and everybody wants to have a big mouth about these type of things for either views or whatever. And that to me is the dumbest thing you could do. Why do you want to go viral for being controversial or putting your nose in things that have no business so that people could sit there? What if you meet somebody in real life who beats the brakes off of you because you want to talk about black people? I would not even go doing that. Where I come from, people get knocked out just for staring at somebody. So I could imagine you bringing up some dumbass topic like that. Hell no. I'm not even
Uh,
gonna do that. I'm not dumb.
absolutely.
Mm-mm.
Absolutely, man. Like I mean, that's just facts. I mean, and plus, right now you got a lot of people that's really agree with what you said. Like sometimes you just got to leave that alone, man. Like just
Hmm.
don't even bring it up, especially if you don't know nothing about it. Especially when you know that your ancestors were never on the receiving end of that. So just leave it alone.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Woo-wee. All right, let me see. I'm seeing some comments come up, but not a lot of them. Jesus, what is going on with Street, man? StreamYard been acting crazy these past few weeks.
It
But
really has been.
yeah, man. Cause like even when I tried to have a show, man, the other day, I couldn't see a lot of the comments. And then it took like an hour or two later for the comments to come back up. I'm like, I'm about to get ready to leave, and y'all gonna come up now.
Oh
All right,
no.
let me see. All right, I got a question from the homie Mel Logic. How you feel about your experience when you was on the that whatever podcast show, Tay? I know your brain was hurting from those girls talking.
Well, first and foremost, okay, y'all. I didn't have a problem going on there. The reason why I haven't went back was because, like I said before, I like to debate people and I don't take shit personal. And a lot of the women on those podcasts take it personal. Um, it was a cool experience. It was fun. I might go back later this year. Haven't decided yet. I just don't like debating women. You know, they're really stupid sometimes. I'm just gonna be honest with you. They talk about the dumbest things. They contradict themselves. One of the girls talking about I got 36 bodies in the last month because my parents split up. You're 36 years old, bitch. What are you talking about, dude? How does that affect you getting dick? That didn't make no sense. You know what I mean? She had more bodies than
Right.
I've ever even seen pee in my life. So I'm like, yo, that's a trip. So being on those podcasts, going back and forth with those girls, and sorry, y'all, my brain was about a split in half. It was annoying even being on that podcast. And that one girl constantly cutting me off. It was like, to me, I got to a point where I'm like, yep, all right, you can have it. Your last two brain cells can fight each other. I'm finna just sit here. And I was waiting till the time just went by so I could go on home. I didn't even care that much to be. I just wanted to be heard, say my 5 little seconds, and I wanted to be out that B. It's annoying being on there. They just want to argue.
Yeah, they're just trying to do everything they can to get the podcast over or get themselves over, their social media followings up and stuff like that. Like, I mean, I don't see how you. I mean, I know you said you wanted to do it because you want to be heard, but honestly, I don't see how you did it.
He said, yeah. So I don't know. And I'm supposed to be going back there or whatever because there's a girl that's on there who I haven't been on there in a whole like year or two, and this girl has made like 3, 4 podcasts already mentioning me. So people are like, Tay, she's mentioning you, Tay this, Tay that. But apparently she wants to box, and she said, damn, Tay can fuck me up, Tay can beat me up. I'm like, she wants to box who? Me? All right, that's fine. I'll do it for $1. You ain't gotta pay me
I,
shit.
I wouldn't recommend that. So if
That's what
I
I
don't
said,
know
but
if
let's do
I
it.
don't know I don't know if you watching, girl, but you better leave that alone. Somebody that know a thing or two about Muay Thai, you better leave that alone. You don't want that smoke.
I even told them, I'm like, you know what? I'll be fair. She gave me 5 times. I'll just take it. After that, I'm beating the brakes off you. I promise.
Ooh, make sure you post it online so I can watch it.
I'm dead. I'm weak.
Oh man, he said Tay was about to put the smackdown on them bubblehead girls.
Not
Yes,
bubblehead.
you
I'm
were.
weak.
Yeah, he said bubbleheads. Oh man, he said, "Oh Tay, how you feel about how women that are over support the Transformers now complaining about what they started?"
No,
Ooh,
that's what you get. You wanted to support all that. Hey, now you got them in your fucking bathrooms, in your shit. That's what you get. You got to understand this. Men are naturally competitive. So when they come in our space and dominate shit, they're doing what men do. They're men biologically. That's all I'm going to say. So what did you expect? Come on now. And then there's, sorry to say this, it's not even funny, but there's even a situation that happened out here where a transformer R-worded a 7-year-old girl in the bathroom. So thanks a lot, ladies, for wanting to share fucking bathrooms with damn men. You should have left that shit
oh,
the fuck alone. Now look, what are you gonna
oh,
do now? And you can't even fight them because they're gonna beat the brakes off you because they're dudes. Like that one dude who fought a chick and he knocked her in the head and cracked her skull. Now they're gonna be in our sports. Have fun, because men are naturally dominant and naturally competitive. Now they're gonna smoke us out because of y'all.
mm. Crazy thing is, I think I heard that story of what you just mentioned. That was
Mm-hmm.
nuts. Whoa, whoa,
It's
whoa.
sad, and I'll even send you a video later if you want to see it. It's fucking disturbing. There's a This don't even look like a transformer. It looks like a man with a wig on. He's sitting in the bathroom recording with the heart on.
Oh, what?
Yeah, a whole heart on. And I'm like, yo, what the hell? I don't use public restrooms. I'm sorry. I use the restroom, go where I gotta go, come back. And they have unisex restrooms everywhere. I will never but you gotta carry, ladies, start carrying something. If you don't know how to use a firearm in Vegas, it's legal. So I suggest you get a nice little, Glock.
Yeah, definitely send me that video because I mean, I want to see that crap because that's
I
just
will.
wild. Yeah, that's wild.
Maybe you can review it on your page. It's pretty disturbing. Like, it's kind of sad. I mean, he got a dress on, but he's literally just staring at the girls while his, private parts are hard. And I'm like, yo, what? And somebody's recording him, but I'm like, why are you recording him and not saying anything? And he's recording other girls in the bathroom. See what I mean? So
Hmm.
some of them are just using it as an excuse to go in there. Y'all should have never wanted to share bathrooms. Who invented this
Hmm.
damn thing? That's crazy.
Right. Oh, Melody said she posted it on her shorts a while back. I think I remember seeing that too. That thing that looked like a dude with a dress on, and he just stood there with a little woody just sticking up.
Yeah, all I do is I talk about a lot of these topics, man. That's like one of the main things I do. I try to bring awareness to these things.
Oh wow, yo, that's nuts. Yeah, but yeah. And then okay, Melody said, "How do you feel about people calling them real women?"
Like I said, you can say whatever you want, but you are literally copying the blueprint of what real titties and ass and stuff look like. Have fun. You're never gonna have a real starburst. You gotta put lube in that thing and dilate it and all that. You're never gonna be a real woman. That's why y'all be fighting to the nail when we say Joanna man and stuff, and you guys be getting worked up because you're not a real woman and you know it. You ain't finna get mad at me because you look like a man with a wig on. I'm sorry. All the surgery in the world ain't gonna save you. You're never gonna have kids, so have fun.
Right. You know, okay, but dude, Mel, I tell dudes now they have to be careful who they breed with because they could be breeding with someone that support their son to do that. Shaking my head. Mm.
Oh
That's
yeah, I
true
don't believe
though.
in that.
That's true.
That's
That's true.
actually that's bad.
Yeah. Cause I mean, I had mentioned this before, like on another show, and they was talking about how it was a mother that basically was grooming her son to be like a girl. Like, no lie. And I was
Oh
like,
my
Lord
god.
have mercy, yo.
Yeah, stuff like that just sickens me because women will sit here and be like, "All the men in the world are feminized, but here you're a girl." Like, what? I don't even want them to hear them even say that stuff. When every man turns feminine and all that, y'all gonna be complaining when there's no men to defend us when we go to war and shit. Thanks a lot, ladies.
Shoot, they already starting to holler right now. Where all the real men at? Where they at? I'm like, they choosing to go overseas.
And they staying away from y'all because you guys are tainting up the world. Men can't spot
Yeah.
the difference from what women are anymore. That's why I say it's good to have platforms like this, like mine, so men understand we're not all the same. But I understand how men feel. You know, they can't spot the difference from what women are against them, what women are for them. And look, it's getting so bad. And a lot of women don't have their own mindset and a mouthpiece. They go along with a lot of stuff. Now I'm seeing a lot of women finally speak up about the transformer thing and speak up about the bathroom thing. But what was it taking? Little kids to get, hurt in the bathrooms and stuff like that for you guys to finally speak up. I don't have a problem with the LGBTQ community. There's nothing wrong with them. Like my best friend, she's a lesbian. It doesn't bother me. It's just the ones who are trying to create negative spaces for us. Like why should we have to be scared to go to the bathroom? There shouldn't be dudes in the restroom. If you haven't got your assignment surgery and you still look like a dude, you look like Brock Lesnar, why the fuck are you in the girl bathroom? That
Not
makes
Brock
no
Lesnar.
sense. It's true. You look like Mark Henry in our bathroom talking about I'm a
Not
girl.
Mark Henry.
It's true. I don't understand it.
Hey,
I
I
don't
feel you though, man. But the Mark Henry,
understand.
I can just imagine right now they going into the bathroom and you see that thing still like, that's what I do.
I'm dead. Brock
Oh man.
Lesnar.
Oh
I'm dead.
man, that's nuts. Gonna be F5 and them ladies in the bathroom. All right, let me see. All right, Melody said, tell her I have a platform speaking out. There's more out there just like you, Tay. That's my co-host right there, basically saying that she's another one that's right there along with you that's speaking out against this stuff.
Nice. I appreciate that. Like I said, send me your link, or you could send me her link through my email and stuff, and I'll follow her if she has a YouTube or your guys' YouTube.
Oh, I will definitely do that for real.
But show that sounds good.
Shoot. Matter of fact, I will. Yeah, like once this is all over, I will make sure to shoot all of that to you later on. They all
No
laughing at the
problem.
Mark Henry. Oh man, somebody go get. I should have never said that about Mark Henry. Now everybody talk about it in the chat.
I'm
Okay,
dead.
let me see. Happy life, robots, trans, glaze, society is dope. Happy life. What did I tell you about using certain words?
I'm dead.
You can't be using certain words in the chat, my boy. Like, come on, man. You know better than that, man. You my guy, man. But don't be doing that, man. Yeah, yeah, that's right, Hustler and Muscular. Next big thing, man, you gonna be getting Suplex City in the bathroom.
No.
Oh man, not Brock Lesnar. But I mean, it's like that though, man. But it's like a lot of guys, including myself. I've said this even back when I was in my 20s and I seen how this was moving. I said, man, if y'all don't stand up right now and nip this in the bud, it's gonna get a lot worse. And now look what happened. And
It's
then a
gone
lot of women be
bad.
looking at, and a lot of women be like, man, I don't understand how I got like, well, y'all was championing this, talking about, yes, that's my sis. That's my sis. I love her. Yeah, that is my sis. We ride together. We do it. Da, da, da.
Yup.
Now look at you.
That's
All I
crazy.
could do is just laugh. All I could do is laugh. It's like I don't want to see women getting attacked like this because, like I said, I am a heterosexual man. I love women all day, every day. But it's just the fact, like when I see stuff like that going and you choose not to listen, and then now it comes back to bite you in the butt. It's like, what do you want me to do about it? When I basically told you what was going to happen.
That's why they say men think with logic and women don't. Men have been telling
Hmm.
women for the dawn of time, stop doing half the things y'all be doing, and everything's turning back. Like even feminism, it's gone too far. Everything has gone so far to the point where it's like women don't know how to just do one thing without being extreme. Now look what happens. Jeez. Now all this stuff can't be undone. Once you go that far, it's hard to change it. Especially once you do things to men, they got their mind made up. They either don't want to date or they're going overseas, and that's bad.
Yeah. Or either they go overseas or they start dating interracially. It's one or the
Yep.
other. Cause
Yep.
I mean nowadays, I don't watch a lot of television, but when I did used to watch it, all I kept seeing was a lot of interracial couples being on these commercials. Whether if it's a white man with a black woman or a black man with a white woman or Latina woman or whatever. I'm like, they don't even really promote black love no more. I'm like,
Man.
wow. And like I said, and that was back when I did watch TV. Now I don't really watch it. Like the most I watch is maybe YouTube or something like that. But other than that, I don't really watch TV. But when I did, that's all I ever saw was just nothing but interracial couples. You will occasionally see like an all white family or all black family or all Latino or whatever. But nowadays it's like they mixing them together. It's like you're really making it obvious y'all don't want us to be together. Like,
Exactly.
but it's just funny to me when people do that. You know what I'm saying? And now, like I said, when women get mad at dudes, especially a lot of black dudes that be messing with these overweight white women, they be like, "How you gonna be messing with her? She all big." I'm like, "But maybe she just treated them better."
I don't think it has to do with looks. You know what I mean? I understand men like looks and stuff, but I'd rather be with someone who treats me nice. It's not complaining and down my throat every day. Damn.
That's
Women
what
don't
I'm saying.
understand that. That naggy
That's
stuff is annoying.
that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people, a lot of men just want to get treated better. You know what I'm saying? Because not a lot of dudes are just gonna. I mean, don't get me wrong. We all wish we have a dime on our arm, but if she's constantly in our ear, like, it's like, get out of here.
Yeah, you ain't gonna want that.
You ain't gonna want that, man. You just like most dudes are just gonna want it to just hit it and quit it after that. Like, and it's just like, okay, like whenever I want some more, I'll call you. But if you're trying to talk about wanting a relationship, leave me alone. Like, I'm not doing that because I'm not about to listen to you jamming all in my ear all day. That's not happening. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? Now you could jam in my ear when we, getting it in, but when it's like time for you to actually talk real stuff, you could go out that door right there and let yourself out.
Agreed,
I'm
agreed.
just all right. All right. I don't. Okay. Happy Life. Okay. This is a lighter question. Happy Life. What is her favorite cartoon from childhood that she still watches now?
A cartoon that I still watch now. Um, I wouldn't say I really watch cartoons. I read comic books, so but I'm trying to think of a cartoon. SpongeBob is probably the one thing I could still watch to this day without getting annoyed. That, or I don't know if you guys remember with Mark Hamill and the Batman when we were younger. It's like on Channel Five.
Oh yeah, I
I
love
could watch
that
that any day. I
Batman.
could watch any Harley Quinn thing or Batman. I like that.
Man, that was my show back in the day, that Batman. I used to watch that every day after school. Like, I
Same.
love that one. I
Yeah.
love that show. Like, I could sit there and watch it for hours, watching the late Kevin Conroy voice of Batman, Mark Hamill was Joker. Oh,
Yes.
man, that just took me back right there. Like, I love that show. I wish I'll probably go watch it after this, just
Yeah,
because.
that's something
Like
I
I
for
said,
sure could watch.
yeah, man. Okay, 90s cartoons is where it's at. Absolutely. Because I can't watch this new crap that's out here. Like I said, I don't even know what's out there because I don't watch TV anymore like that. So I don't know what's out there. Okay. Okay. My boy said, give me a sweet and spicy Latina and I'm good.
I'm dead.
Oh, he crazy. Okay, Mel. The Batman, the animated series, I got that collection series. Yeah. I mean, I think they got it on, I know they got it on one of them streaming platforms too, though. Trying to
Yeah.
think which one. Oh my God. I guess here goes another light question. What is this? What is y'all's favorite WWE superstar?
Mark Henry. I'm sorry. I'm
Oh,
sorry. Okay, mine would have to be um either Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, or Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero, Randy Orton is a good choice. The new Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, that's a good character right there.
Yeah.
I like that
I
one.
used to love WWE, so I'm kind of glad you brought that up.
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely a fan of the WWE and when it was WWF. Like mines would have to be like Stone Cold Steve Austin, that's one.
Ooh.
And then The Rock, that's two, and it would either be a toss up between Triple H and The Undertaker.
Oh, I
Like,
forgot
cause
about Triple H because I like Triple H and Kane. I just
oh
remember
yeah,
Kane. I used to love Kane when I was a kid. I don't know why. He was scary though.
yeah. I mean, I remember Kane when he just walk around and had that stupid thing up to his throat, acting like his throat was all messed up, and then he choke slamming people and stuff. Like, man,
Yeah.
man, that was the days. I love those days as a WWE fan, man. Like I said, I mean, Mick Foley was cool too when he was doing, Mankind, Do Love and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I love
What
that
about
stuff,
the
man.
Hardy guy? Didn't he have colored hair? I forget his
Oh, you
name.
talking about Jeff Hardy?
Yeah, never mind. Jeff Hardy, y'all. I switched my mind. He was my favorite. I forgot. I'm remembering everybody now. It's been a long time.
Jeff Hardy was dope, man. I
I like
loved him
him.
seeing him diving off them ladders, and he
Yeah, there
dove
you
off the
go.
stage a couple times. I was like, man, this dude just don't care. I like, I know he got to be banged up when he get home, man, because he be doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, Hardy Boys, Matt and Jeff Hardy. Yeah,
Yeah, thank you.
yeah.
I remember now.
Oh yeah, that was a dope tag team too. Like they was up there with the Dudley Boys and stuff like that. Oh, don't forget Lita. How can you forget Lita?
Oh,
No, Lita was one of the first chicks to ever really do a lot of them crazy spots in the ring too, though. Like, cause you know a lot of girls they always be trying to act like they was divas, but Lita was like, "No, I'm gonna slap you in the face with a chair."
yup. She was trying to be crazy.
hmm Okay, we got Andre the Giant. That's way before my time, man.
I'm weak.
I mean, shoot, because when he was doing his thing, I don't even think I was born yet. So I don't know. I mean, I saw highlights of him, so I know who he is. It's just like, I just never really got to fully experience Andre the Giant, Like I experienced the Ultimate Warrior because I remember as a kid I had one of them little Ultimate Warrior dolls, like the Hulk Hogan dolls and stuff like that. Uh, I mean, that was so dope. Okay, my dude said I used to love Rey Mysterio. Oh, Rey Mysterio is he's one of the greatest luchadors to ever do it. Okay,
Yup.
he really is, and I'm surprised he's still going after all this time. Like I'm like, dude, man, ain't you about 50? You need to start hanging it up. Like most of the people that came in when he was coming in, like they either
They're gone.
retired or they no longer here, man. Like, shoot. That's why, like, I miss watching Eddie Guerrero because that dude he was one of the coldest wrestlers I ever seen, man.
Yup.
Every
She
time I
was.
see him, he would be out there, be like, "Oh, that viva la raza!" I was like, "That was my dude right there, man." And then when he actually won the title back in 2004, I was like, "Yo, that's what's up." Because I didn't even think he was gonna do it going up against Brock Lesnar. I thought they was gonna keep it on him, but the fact that Eddie won it, I was like, "Man, that was the move right there, man."
Yeah.
Okay. Hustler, Muscler, Sable, Lita, Trish Stratus are the true divas of WWF. Okay, and then Hatch Dragons, WrestleMania 17, Chris Benoit versus Kurt Angle. I don't know if we could talk about that because of everything that dude has done, but that was, if we going wrestler wise, yes, that was a great match. I will say that. Okay, let me see. What is your favorite WWE, WWF female male superstar of all time? Dude, Happy Life. Oh my God. All these run-on sentences, bro. I'm gonna try to make sense of this though. What is your favorite WWE slash WWF female slash male superstar of all time, past, present, or future, in WCW, ECW, Raw, SmackDown? Which one is more enjoyable to watch?
God
I,
damn.
I tried to make sense of it. I tried to make
When it
sense
came
of
to
it.
the girls, I didn't really care for the females, so I've already named my like the guys that I thought were cool, which would be like
Mhm.
Randy Orton and all them. I'm sticking with that, but Jeff Hardy's probably the main guy that I like.
Oh yeah, yeah. Randy Orton is something else too. Like I just love the way that he used to look at the ring every time he would just had that menacing look on his face whenever he about to hit the RKO or hit that punt kick. And then of
Mm-hmm.
course like he would stomp all of your body parts and stuff. Like Randy Orton was that dude, man. So
Yep.
I know like, cause I used to watch WWE heavy back in the day, so I know about Randy Orton. But like after a certain point, man, after I seen they kept making John Cena the hero, I'm like, man, I gotta leave this alone, man.
Exactly.
Cause one of the times when I was watching on the regular is like when The Rock first came back, like back in 2011. I was like, oh snap, The Rock is back. This is crazy. And then like, seeing him go up against John Cena a year later, did he beat John Cena? I'm like, oh man, that's a perfect way for him to go out. And then when they had the rematch, a year later, I said, I already know Cena about to win. I already
Yeah.
know. Cause it's like, what? Why else would you have the rematch if the Rock was just gonna win it again? Like that just don't make no sense. You know? Yeah, okay. Yeah, John Cena ruined WWE. CM Punk put people on notice for that. Oh yeah, I definitely remember that pipe bomb promo he had like back in 2011. That was crazy. And CM Punk was another dude that was straight edge. He didn't drink, he didn't smoke, he didn't do none of that stuff. Like, but
Yeah.
so I mean, he can wrestle his ass off too. I think he still wrestles too, but I think he wrestled for another company. All right, but let me see. I'm telling you, Booker T underrated, and he was in a Bad Bunny video. Yeah, Booker T was underrated, man. That
Yeah, I
was
remember him.
five time, five time, five time, five time, five time WCW champion. I mean, that was him, man. That was the guy right there. But yeah, like, so what comics do you like reading? Like, you like Spider Man, Marvel, DC, what?
I have Flash comic books. I have one that's out right here. It's like stuck to my wall.
Oh,
And Joker one. I have Deadpool ones. I have Venom ones. I have the Hulk. I have Quicksilver. I have a whole bunch of them. I've been collecting them since I was like 12 with my grandpa. I have like boxes of them in my outside storage.
yeah. I used to read comics a long time ago. Like, I had Spider Man's, X Men's, all that stuff. I don't know why I
Hmm.
stopped reading them, but yeah, it was just I used to remember going to the store with my friends getting comic books every Saturday. So yeah, that was fun. All
Good
right, let me
time.
see. Yeah, good times. Great times. Great times. All right. Does she read manga? And that's from RZA.
No, I do not read manga, but I do read. I don't even really watch TV. I play video games, I read, and that's pretty much it.
Mm. So what video games are you into?
Well, right now, once we get off this, I'm finna play the Texas Chainsaw Massacre new game, so I'm finna get into that.
Oh yeah, I know about that
That's my
game.
favorite character in the whole entire world. People think it's Jason, but it's
Leatherface?
definitely. Yep, I even got him. He's posted up there in the back, right there.
Oh, I see him.
Mm-hmm.
Man, my favorite one is Michael Myers. I don't care.
Oh, that
I just
Pablo.
don't. I, I just don't like how.
Michael
Oh,
Myers.
there you go.
Like a
Hmm.
little. I don't know what that is.
Yep, I was even dressed up like Michael Myers for Halloween last year. Even though I like,
Wait.
I had the mask and the bodysuit on, and plus I had to put the gloves on to cover up the color of my hands and stuff. But yeah, it was just, I
Okay.
was like, and I was so quiet. They was like, oh man, I was like, man, that's my guy. And plus, I just didn't like the way they did my guy in that new movie that they had back there. Was that Halloween Ends or something like that? Like, I didn't like
Oh.
that movie.
I haven't seen Halloween's in a long time. I'm not really. My little brother's a Halloween fan. There ain't nothing wrong with it, but I think the last Halloween I seen was the one with Buster Rhymes and Tyra Banks. It's all old as
Oh,
hell.
that was a
That's the
long
last one I
time ago.
seen. I
That was
like
a
that one
long time
though.
ago. Yeah, that was like, was it? I want to say that was Resurrection or something.
Yeah,
But
that's old
yeah,
as hell. But I like that one. I don't know why.
yeah, man. Ooh, yeah, that's a long time ago. Like, I ain't seen that one in years though. But I definitely know
That's my
what you're
favorite
talking
one.
about though.
Hmm.
I definitely know what you're talking about. Cause like the last one I saw up to the new ones, even though I saw Resurrection, but I saw Halloween H2O. That was the
Oh,
one I
okay.
saw.
I
The
think
one
I seen
before
one
that
that
one.
I think I seen one that's new, but I don't remember what it was. That was my little brother. Like I said, he loves Halloween, so he's like, "You gotta
Hmm.
watch this." I'm like, "Dude, this motherfucker has not died. He's been alive. Him and Jamie Lee Curtis. Like, bro, it's getting old now." But he gets
Yep.
mad at me because he thinks Texas Chainsaw Massacre is dumb. I'm like, "Hey, relax, dude. Calm it on
Hmm.
down, pipe it down." Because I
Yeah.
love Texas.
Yeah.
Haven't seen the new one?
Yeah, my sister showed me when I went to her house, she showed me the movie of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. Like, I don't know how long, like, would it just came out?
No, no. There's one that came out. I want to say maybe a year or two ago, but it's
Yeah,
like
that's probably the
showing
one I
him when
saw.
he's younger, and that's the one I
Yeah,
like because it's like showing
yeah,
his whole
that's
life. I
yeah,
like
that's
that
probably
one.
the one I saw. But I think I saw another one before that one too. But it was like a newer version of it, and it
Yeah,
was
that's
like
the one I
newer
didn't like.
people.
I
Yeah,
didn't like that. It was like
that,
on a bus
that
or some shit. The kid, I didn't like
yeah,
that.
yeah, that was nuts though. Cause I was like, wow, this dude going crazy. But yeah, I seen that one you talking about. That one was good though. I like that one. And plus, I remember watching the old school Texas Chainsaw Massacres too, like from way back in the 70s and 80s. So, like I said, they got a lot of shoes to fill when it comes to those.
Yeah, for real.
Okay, let me see. That movie is on Netflix. Okay. Chucky is my all-time favorite. Oh yeah, I love Chucky. Like that was my favorite. I remember I had like a My Buddy doll pranking everybody, thinking that that doll was alive, because that's what Chucky was real big back then. Like Chucky was just going around like Child's Play, right? The
Of
movie.
course.
Yeah. So when I
I've seen
had a
every
dog,
horror movie you could think of, and I used to watch them all the time. Over Leprechaun, anything that you could name it. Michael Myers. Jason, Texas Chainsaw, Pinhead, Candyman. I've seen a lot. Exorcist. I've seen everything.
Oh wow, yeah. I practically say damn near all of them as well. So yeah, like some of them I rock with more than others, though. I will say that. Like
Yeah,
all of
same.
them were good in their own right, but it's just some that I know for a fact if it was on, like even though I don't watch TV, but let's just say if I found out one was on TV, I would turn it on and just watch it and then turn the TV right back off.
Yep, yep, same.
Yup. And then okay, Pennywise, the first It movie. Oh yeah, that movie was nuts. Like that's one of the main reasons why I don't like clowns. Shoot.
Oh, really? My little brother's scared of
Yeah,
clowns too. I liked
I
it,
would.
but I don't know.
I wouldn't say I'm scared of them. I'm just saying I don't like them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like the whole Insidious movies. Okay, I
No,
never got
no.
into that.
The Insidious, I don't know what it is about that thing. That shit freaks me out. I don't like that red thing that could be
Yeah,
popping up.
yeah, I never got into that. Like you seen that movie Megan though with that crazy doll?
Yeah, I think so. I don't be watching if it has to do with like demons and the devil and anything with like possession. I don't really be watching those ones. I used to like The Conjuring and all that. I think I put Hereditary on and I was like, this shit's making me feel weird, so I took it off. There's certain movies I won't watch.
Right. I absolutely agree with that. Like, but I sure remember like all them old Leprechaun movies and stuff. And then like excuse me, had what's Candyman and stuff. Like,
Yep, I remember that.
I used to love Candyman. I never seen the remake though.
Me either.
Yeah, like, cause I can't picture nobody else being Candyman except for that dude Tony Todd, the original Candyman.
Yeah,
I
like
can't. I can't.
they're trying to do a new Freddy Krueger, and it's like, nah, dude, because there was a Freddy they made without him, and me and my sister was in the movie theater dying because he said Freddy, bitch, and it was like, yeah, this ain't it. He's a whole fake. I don't like it. There are certain things you can't remake. At least that's what I think.
hmm Yeah, yeah. I mean, even though the dude that played the new Freddy, like, I actually like a lot of his movies, but I didn't like that Nightmare on Elm Street movie. Like, it's just some things I would be like, no, don't mess with that. Like, those are classics. Like the whole Nightmare on Elm Street with Robert England, classics. Love
Yeah,
all of
especially
them.
because he talks in there. Like you can remake Texas Chainsaw, you could remake Jason because they don't talk. Same thing with Michael Myers, but him he talks, and I just feel like his face, like I don't care how much makeup you put on somebody, it just don't look like him.
Right. No matter what. All right. Yep. They making all these making nothing but remakes, no more originality. That is right. They don't make no new, ain't no new horror movies, man. Just like when they tried to make that new Child's Play, but instead of it being a soul taking over a doll, they had it being in a remote control doll or something like that. I heard the premise of it, but I was like, and the crazy thing is, it was the same dude that voiced Joker in the Batman series that we was just talking
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I seen Child's Play. I thought it was funny. I didn't
about.
really
Yeah,
think it was like as good as the other ones before, but I like Child's Play
right.
the most, like the first two, I think, or the first one, excuse me.
Yeah, I like the first three though, because it was basically like the continuation of each story. Because you had,
Yeah,
Andy first two when Andy was a kid, and then you had the third one when Andy was like a teenager in
exactly.
boot camp. Like I love those. Like don't get me wrong, like I like Bride of Chucky, that was cool too. But then once it started getting into Seed of Chucky and all these other Chuckies, I'm like, all right, man, I don't know if I want to keep watching this, man. And now they got a damn Chucky series on Sci-Fi. I'm like, Lord have mercy. They trying to milk this, but then
Damn,
again,
sci-fi is still a thing. That's crazy. I definitely don't watch TV no more. I remember sci-fi.
yeah. Only reason I knew about it because somebody had it playing it when I was at work, and they had this on that channel. It was like brand new episodes of Chucky. I said, Chucky, Chucky got a TV show. I said, wow, that's crazy. And then like the only good thing I can say about that is that at least the dude that originally did the Chucky voice is doing the show. So I'm like, all right, I might have to check that out one of these days. And then they even had the original Andy on that show as well because I seen previews on YouTube and stuff. I said, oh, so they got Andy grown up on here and the girl Alex. I said, wow, this might be something I had to check out. Oh yeah, the Saw movies too. Yeah, the Saw movies was.
Those are still good. They're coming out with another one. I don't care what it is when it comes to the Saw. That shit's always good to me. I like every
Yeah,
single one of them.
I'm just wondering who's gonna be the new person to do it since Jigsaw is supposed to already be gone.
Who knows? They'll
Hmm.
probably do the
But
same
yeah,
thing with Jamie Lee, resurrect him back. They
yeah,
be
but
doing
they're
that a
gonna have
lot.
to.
So stupid.
Yeah, yeah, man. They gonna have to. You know, they gonna have to make sense of it though. They gonna have to tell us how he came back because ain't no way in the world you just gonna tell me all of a sudden dude just came up out of nowhere when dude died because he had cancer. Like,
I'm
no, you
dead.
gotta explain that one to me. Sporty, you stupid Obi. Talk about tearing up a cheesesteak.
I'm actually eating mashed potatoes and meatballs.
Oh, that's what's up.
hmm I'm
Shoot, you
starving to
making
death.
me, you making me hungry right now. Shoot.
It's past my dinner
Um.
time. I got to get these games, baby.
Oh yeah, I definitely feel that. Like, shoot, I'm probably about to end up getting me a bite to eat in a little bit because brother been hungry. Well, I had something to eat earlier, but you know, once that food wear off, and it's like, okay, it's time for something else to get in my stomach.
Yeah, once I start bumping my gums, I'm hungry again. I done
Right,
talked up a
right.
storm.
Hey, hey, I love the fact that you talking up the stars. Like, it's no hard for me. Okay, Saw is scary because of the possibility of it happening. That's mm,
No, and then they be watching you and stuff too, and they get something that you're scared of and all that and use it against you. Like that shit's really
yeah.
like that one girl with the needle. She used to slam or whatever. And they threw her in the needle haystack thing. That shit was
Hmm.
deadly. I forget what saw that was, but that shit was fucked up. That was
Oh
so messed
yeah.
up.
Oh
The
yeah.
guy
It was
pushed her in there
crazy.
though. I think that's even worse. That nigga
Yeah,
was
man.
cold. He was evil.
Yeah, he was a wicked some bitch. I tell you that right now. He was a wicked son of a bitch. But I love those songs though. Like I said, I could literally sit and watch all of them right now. I might do that this Halloween or something. Just sit and watch
Yeah,
Saw and all of the scary movies. I might just take a day off of work just to watch Halloween type movies all day. Just to, say because
yeah,
I just love those movies, man. Like when I was a kid, I could tell you right now, I couldn't get into that because it always scared the hell out of me. But as a grown man, I'm like, yo, I love these movies, man. Shoot.
hell yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Like I love it. Let me see. Okay. Oh shit, I'm just checking to see if anybody had anything else to say before I get back into this. Okay, that will be Alex Vincent from the first two movies. Oh yeah, that's who it is, Hustler and Muscle. Yeah, I knew that. Okay, Little Nightmares horror video game series. I never got into that.
Me either.
I mean, I know about it, but I don't play that type of game. Did you watch the new Jamie Foxx movie? You must be talking about that clone Tyrone or something.
No, I don't really watch movies like that. The only movie I seen recently was The Flash and Guardians of the Galaxy, which I thought they were both really good.
Hmm.
I only watch DC and Marvel movies. Other than that, I ain't going to the movie theater to watch a repeated thing with these sucky actors. Unless if it has Denzel Washington, Leonardo DiCaprio, any of the old school ones, I'm finna watch that shit. But all these new actors, they
Hmm.
suck ass.
Oh shoot! Well, you know they about to come out with a Equalizer 3, right?
No, they not.
Yes, they are, and
For
Denzel's in it.
real?
So yeah, it's supposed to come out on the first. Matter of
You know,
fact,
it's weird that you said that. I was literally watching clips of it on TikTok, and I'm like, oh, he was a bad motherfucker. I was literally just
hmm
watching that. I can't believe that for sure. I'll be watching that. I like to watch
Oh
action
yeah.
stuff in the theaters.
Oh yeah, I love action movies in theaters, man. I'm kind of mad I didn't even go see John Wick 4 because I was
Oh, I
planning on
did.
going to see that. Oh my
I hadn't
god,
went to the movie theater in like a year, and I swear to God, I was the first one in line to see John Wick. I love Keanu Reeves.
yeah, I love it. I love those John Wick movies, man. Like
Did
I
you
can't get
watch it
enough
though?
of
Did
them.
you see the last one? What did you think of it? Did anybody in the chat see that? Because y'all, I need your verdict on what the fuck you thought. Because I'm sorry, I was a little pissed off.
I
Not
don't
even a little bit.
I can't even say I watched it. You know what I'm saying? But I can't. I've been planning on going to go see it, but every time I'm going to go to see it, something always happens that deters me from going. But I'm gonna get it on my streaming app and I'm gonna
You gotta
download
watch
it
it, and
and
then we gotta talk about it because I want to know your thoughts. Because when I tell you, I was like, "How?" You know, I'm not gonna say too much. All I gotta say is just watch it, please,
oh yeah.
please.
I mean the only thing that I know for sure without watching it is they basically I've heard people that did watch it. They didn't spoil too much of it, but
They
they just
did.
said like only thing they said was like just know that they're gearing up towards a 5 Just know that. That's all they told me. Like they didn't say what all happened in the movie and stuff like that. This is a like when you watch it, you'll see what we talking about. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna check it out. So it'll probably be sometime this weekend. I'm definitely gonna check out John Wick 4, and then I will get back to you and let you know what I think of it.
For sure.
Like, best believe that. Okay, I like John Wick 2 and 3, Tay. That's Happy Life. Okay, which John Wick is better?
The first
Blah, blah,
one.
blah.
First
Oh
one,
yeah.
hands down.
I loved it when that Russian dude was punching the hell out of his son, and he was talking about you done messed up with the boogeyman. And I'm
Yep.
like, oh.
That's my
And he was
favorite
like, what?
part.
Yeah, man. Like it was because the son didn't care, but the father, he was like, dude, I know this man. He is going to tear you up, and it ain't gonna be nothing I can do
And I
about it.
love how he didn't stop either. But wait, y'all, the second one was with Green Goblin, huh? I like that one part where they got Green Goblin and like they have him like held down and all that stuff, and he wasn't snitching at all. That motherfucker's cold.
Yeah.
I love
Oh
him as
yeah.
an actor. He's one of the best actors, man.
Oh yeah, William
His name
Defoe.
though.
Yeah, yeah, I love that dude, man. Great Goblin. Oh yeah, Bobo Yaga. Yeah, that's the boogeyman in that language.
I'm like
And he
Bobo
was like,
Yaga.
yeah, because I remember that line when he said it, like Bobo Yaga. And it's like
Yeah,
he's the motherfucker you send in to kill the boogeyman.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
I love that movie, man. Like, and ooh, man, y'all about to have me on a movie watcher spree tonight, man. Yep, and they reciting lines in the chat like, "Have you heard of the boogeyman?" I
I'm
love it.
dead.
I love it. John Wick took out a 10,000 in the course of those films. I haven't even seen John Wick 4. Me neither. But John Wick was tearing everybody up, man. And then when they took his dog out and took his car, like, dude, he snapped. Like he went in that basement, got that sledgehammer, got all his stuff from when he buried up under there, and he just went to town on them, man.
Yup.
And then when dude tried to call him so he could try to stop him, Keanu didn't even say a word. He just held the phone up and then he just
That's my favorite. He's like, you don't need to talk. It's I'll be seeing you.
right. I'll be seeing you. Don't even worry about it. And then at that point, he just like, all right, it's on now. I can't do nothing about it now. I gotta let it go. I
Dang,
gotta
I'm
let it
probably
go.
gonna watch John Wick after I play these games. That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, shoot, I might end up watching that myself. Probably turn on 4 after this, man. Cause I now that I'm hearing that you got something you want to say, now I'm probably really gonna watch it, and then I'm probably gonna email you either after or probably sometime tomorrow and let you know what I
Yeah.
think of it.
Yeah.
But
Just
yeah,
please watch it. I don't want
definitely.
to say too much. Just watch it because I just want you to watch it. I don't know.
Oh,
I
I'm
can't say too much.
I'm gonna watch it. Seriously, I'm gonna watch. I'm going to make sure I watch it probably when we get off of here. Like
Shizzy.
definitely. I'm damn sure gonna watch it now. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, but this man, I absolutely loved. Oh, what is this? Tay Tay, you gearing up for Aquaman 2? They coming
I
out with
don't like
Aquaman 2?
Aquaman that much.
Mm,
I
yeah,
watched the
I ain't no.
first one. It was whack. He's not Aquaman. Ain't nothing to me. I don't really like him. I don't like that chick or whatever. That she's like a Marvel or whatever she is. I only like
Mm-hmm,
Superman, Batman, Joker, any type of Harley Quinn things. The
mm-hmm.
Flash, obviously. And the Hulk. I love the Hulk and Spider Man.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I love Spider Man too. Like I love Spider Man, Wolverine, and of course the X
Oh
Men
yeah,
and
X
stuff
Men
like
in
that.
general. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I love all that stuff. Like as you clearly can see, that's why I put Spider Man in the back. You know what I'm
I'm
saying? Because
dead.
like I said, I love Spider Man. Like plus I'm gonna play that Spider Man game when it drop in October.
Oh damn! I didn't even know there was a Spider Man game. That's cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be two of them. It's gonna be of course Peter Parker, but then of course the other one being Miles Morales. So
Oh wow, that's cool.
and then yeah, and then they gonna have I think they're gonna have Craven in there as well, and then of course they about to have Venom in there too. But it's not gonna be the Venom that we know, from what I
Yeah, no.
understand.
Once I heard Venom, I was gonna say maybe I might play it, but I usually just play like shooting games and stuff like that or horror games. I don't like
Hmm
or Need for Speed, but other than that, I don't really play any other games.
I feel it though. Yeah. Like it take me a while to get into shooting games. Like my people love that. So it take a certain shooting game for me to be like, all right, man, I'm about to play this all the time, man. So
Do you play? Do
yeah.
you play online or do you on Twitch? Or are you on anything?
I have a Twitch channel, but I haven't streamed on there in a long time.
Better start. We finna play. My friend brought me his because I don't have a TV, so he brought me this projector and he brought me his Xbox. I'm a PS4 type of person, but I'm finna learn how to play Xbox and I'm finna smash him in this because he thinks he could beat me in fucking Call of Duty. Okay, so we
Well,
finna
I mean,
play.
well, I got a PS5, so I don't really. Shoot.
Ooh, excuse me. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, I got a PS4 too. I'm just saying, like, I usually play
Yeah.
on my five. So
Yeah, I told him, I was like, dude, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I'm not an Xbox person. I've always liked PS4s and stuff or PS5s. I'm not really I
yeah,
don't like Xbox.
yeah. I
I'm a
mean,
trader right now.
the only thing I played on Xbox for really is like Gears of War. Like, that game was dope to me back in the day.
Oh, okay.
But other than that, like, I played Halo too. But like, I haven't really played a lot of Xbox games because most of the games that I would play on Xbox, I could play them on the on the PlayStation.
Exactly.
So it's like, what was the point of getting it?
Having three
Yeah,
systems for nothing.
right, exactly. Just collecting dust. Or just playing different games on different systems. Like if I want to play this particular game, I turn the Xbox on, and then if I want to play this game, I play it on PS5 or whatever. Like that's just all that is.
Yeah.
But honestly, I just want to say thank you for coming on this show today and let me interview you and collab with you. Like I really do appreciate it. Like I said, I know you said you want to get to your game, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I don't want to keep you waiting too much longer. So like I said, thank you. I truly do mean this for letting me do this with you. This was a dope discussion, dope conversation all the way around. Like, who knows, man? May hopefully it might be a part two. I don't know. But
For sure.
all in all,
There is gonna be a part two because you finna watch that John Wick and then call me when you
with
do on here.
all
I gotta see
right,
your
all
honest
right,
reaction.
all right then. We got a part two on the way then. But yeah, definitely. Like you will get my reaction for real. Like serious. Like I said, I'm gonna watch John Wick probably when I fix me something to eat, and then I'm gonna turn it on while I'm washing it. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna
Yeah.
watch that right
You're
now.
gonna
So
need that food to watch it. You gonna be let's just watch it. All right, we gonna talk
uh,
again.
oh yeah, definitely. We go. I'm gonna watch it, and we gonna talk about it for real. All right, we got my homie Rock Him, aka 18th letter, giving nothing but praise to you, Tay.
Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate you. Great conversation.
Thank you for coming up, man. I really do appreciate it. It sure was a great conversation for real. And like I said, we got to do this again sometime. And we will talk about the John Wick 4. Definitely.
We will.
Oh yeah. So you have yourself a great night and I will see you later.
All right then. Bye guys. Have a good one. Thank you so much. Be safe,
All
y'all.
right. You too, Tay. All right, y'all. There's the interview right there. You see it. I advertised it and I came through with it. There you go. You know what I'm saying? If you're watching this on Sweet Melody Media, make sure y'all hitting that like and that subscribe button for your boy. And if you want to, man, come over to my channel and make sure you give me the likes and subscription as well. Because like I said, man, you only gonna get content like this over here. You know what I'm saying? But I want to say thank you to each and every one of y'all for pulling up to this show. Like, man, I'm so hyped right now that she graced me with her presence to do this interview. And y'all heard it yourselves. It's going to be a part two. You already heard it. So just know, man, I'm just so geek right now for doing this show, man. Like, much love and appreciation to everybody. Much love to the homie Kevin, Sporties, Sweet Melody, Hash Dragon, Cynical, Chris G. If I forget anybody, it's not on purpose. Leo, Happy Life, Mel Logic, like Positive Man. I seen RZA. I seen everybody come through on there, man. And like I said, man, much love and appreciation to all of y'all for being here, showing mad love and support for your boy on this live show. And I told y'all I'm only bringing y'all bangers over here. And as y'all clearly can saw, this show right here was a banger. Now you see that right there? That's her channel right there. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to It's TayTay Baby. Make sure that y'all if y'all are coming from me, tell her that Killer sent you. That's all I got to say on that. And so, like I said, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of y'all for coming to this show tonight. And Y'all just don't know what this means to me, man. And like I said, make sure y'all like and y'all subscribe to Sweet Melody Media and subscribe to my channel too. Don't leave me in the cold. Don't leave me in the cold because it wouldn't have happened without me. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously though, man, just just subscribe to the channel, man. I would greatly appreciate that, man. So on that note, y'all, your boy is about to get up out of here because I am hungry. I want to get something to eat. And plus, like I said, I'm going to go watch this John Wick movie like I promised I would. And then I will let her know personally what I think about it. So, on that note, y'all, I'm about to get up out of here. So, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening. And you probably be catching me again tomorrow on the next episode of Killing Them Sweetly. So, if you like what you saw today, you're gonna love Killing Them Sweetly. So make sure y'all are here tomorrow to enjoy the show that I got cooking for y'all and what me and Melody got cooking for y'all. So on that note, y'all, I'm out this mug, man. Y'all have a great rest of y'all night. Make sure y'all stay safe, stay warm, whatever y'all gotta do to keep surviving out here, man. And I will holler at y'all maybe in 24 hours, maybe I don't know. But either way, I'll holler at y'all later, man. Deuces.
Leak better take off.
You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button.